I'm not here. Oh, there you go. I'll be on this side so that when I look over at chat, it will look like I'm looking in the right direction. Because I usually edit the chatting on the left, but not today. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. It is Tuesday morning, and last time I streamed was Friday morning, right before I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm off Tuesday. So, I can be up a little bit later, cause I finally slept yesterday. I slept 3 hours in a row for 3 days straight. I think Friday night, Saturday night, no, like Friday morning-ish, that time, Saturday morning-ish, Sunday morning-ish, when I was able to go to sleep. So I was so sleep deprived during most of the days I was working, and it was really rough, but I finally slept yesterday. I slept for 17 hours. So I was very tired, and I have a bunch of stuff that happened, but I don't know what order to go in. I think I'll try to remember it by... Oh, Actor, you're here. I thought maybe you passed out in the shower. But you're here. Yeah, because I slept 3 hours or less, I think, every night for 3 days, and then I worked a lot. Like, one day I was out of the house 14 hours, even though my work time was only like... How much was it? 11 or something? Yeah. Wow, he's really on that grind set. Wow. So inspiring. There's so many things. I'll try to remember the order that they happened in, but I probably won't be able to, so they'll get a bit mixed up, but it doesn't really matter. I changed the stream title yesterday. I was thinking about streaming then, but I fell asleep for a very long time. So yeah, I guess we'll start Friday, since that's when I last streamed. And okay, Friday. How did Friday go? Oh, we instantly... I got up in time and I got ready in time and everything, but the app showed the bus being like at the station right before mine when it said like still 3 minutes left, so I thought that maybe it was wrong and it would be like there in 15 seconds, so I started sprinting on my bad leg, and then the guys called out in the car, "It's still down the road, you don't have to run." Thank you. Thank you. You saved my leg a little bit. So I got there like 3 minutes early, yeah. And I almost fell running too on my bad leg. It was uneven ground. But usually I can run a little bit faster than that. I couldn't even run at full speed, but it's been okay. Just for taking ibuprofen, it's okay, but I had to walk around a lot for work, and I took the bus most days, so it's not recovering that much, but I have tomorrow off, so I'll try to stay in bed tomorrow. I won't even try to sit at my desk and play League, and that has nothing to do with me having 2 bad games before this. That it's not relevant. I just think it would be better. And I've been putting off a show I started like 2 months ago for some reason. I really like it, and I'm like only 3 episodes away from finishing it, but I for some reason have not wanted to go back to it, even though I really like it. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I subconsciously don't want it to end, or I think it's actually just one of those shows where it's kind of hard to get back into it. I see you stalking my op.gg. Don't you have better things to do? Don't you have toys to pick off the floor? Don't you have Domino's pizza boxes to recycle? What are you doing over there? So, I was early and the bus ride was going okay. And, oh, this older gentleman, he said... He said I was a very pretty girl, and he told me about his divorce. And he said that he's happy. But it sounded like he was trying to convince himself, so I felt bad. But Yeah. But he's just a very social person. He started talking to other people on the bus too. And it's funny because I was just mostly listening to him and he was just talking about taking care of yourself and loving yourself. Loving yourself and before you can love someone else. And I said, yeah, that's true, that's good advice. And I said, okay. Okay, bye. You're still okay. I had my earbuds in, so it kind of was goodbye. I put off putting my earbuds in to listen to him tell me a bit about his divorce and stuff. And oh yeah, I was especially excited to listen to music because I downloaded lots of new songs, and I found a site that doesn't have virus pop-up ads, which is cool. Every time I look up what site do I use to download music or MP3 to YouTube MP3 downloaders forums, it just tells me to use, I forgot what it's called, YTP maybe? It's like this thing you get through GitHub, I think. But you have to like learn how to use it, and you have to download you have to download the program, and you have to, and apparently it doesn't even do MP3 files directly, it does a different form, so it's kind of useless. But that's what all the responses are every time, to just get this extension from GitHub. But I don't want to. I just want to use a browser downloader. Why is that so difficult? I don't get it. You can't say that on here, bud. It's star star star. Star 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 is what I use. Share on Discord though. I'd like to know. But I did find one. What's kind of sucky though is that I spent like an hour and a half downloading all this stuff, and then I looked and I was downloading at the lowest quality. And I downloaded a couple songs at higher quality and it does sound a little bit better, so I'm kind of bummed. But I think that almost all my songs are in that quality because it's lowest, but it's also standard. So I think all my songs so far have been about there. So it's kind of okay to keep them. I think just for a few songs I really like, I'm gonna re-download them in higher quality. Yeah. Water type. I was gurgling a little bit because I had almonds before this, so I want to wash out my mouth a little. Oh, I finally set up the water filter thing. I think it was yesterday, or yeah, it was yesterday. It's nice. It tastes different. It definitely does. It tastes like nothing, whereas my sink water tastes like minerally. But I'm not one of those people who cares much about water taste, or like just when I drink to taste the notes of calcium, magnesium. They can like estimate the ppm. Or you know, the ones who throw a fit if they see the Dasani or something. I don't care about any of that. It's true that, you know, sink water and like general tap water or mountain water, spring water is called, has some minerals in it that you need, but the majority of that you get from your food, so it's okay to have completely mineral-free water like this. It's just kind of weird at first, I think. But I don't mind mind it. It won't even take getting used to. I'm fine with it as it is. Plus I think I drink tap water at work. Well, it's probably somewhat filtered because you use it for customers too, so I'm sure it's filtered, but not zero water filtered, I'm sure. So I'm sure I get some minerals there. But I need extra iron. Oh, you could just put a drop of blood then. But that's recycled, so I guess it can't be your own blood. Or you're not getting any back. You have to go to a blood tribe and request a single drop of blood. That's saving for your water and your mineral needs. Say I'm iron deficient and not understand. That would be the worst way. The worst way to get a bloodborne illness. That would be awful. That would be so bad. But you do get a little bit of extra taste, so momentary benefit. You weigh the pros and cons there. Okay, Friday. Right, there's that guy. Yeah, and the new playlist. It was really fun listening to it. It was so hot. I cannot even begin to tell you. I was dripping. The walk was 12 minutes and I was dripping. Oh my gosh. And I think there was like a 15-minute wait for the bus. The other bus, the connection bus. And then I walked 12 minutes and it was almost 100 degrees. The parasol wouldn't have even saved me because it was the air. The air was like I was in a fire. Air fryer, that is. No frying oil, but I'm sure I could have boiled an egg on the car very easily. I was so uncomfortable. I never fully like tried. I don't know, like through the whole day I was just very uncomfortably slightly damped because it was still kind of hot there by the door because we had the door open for some reason, and they said it got to over 100 earlier that day, but luckily that was before work for me because I went into work I think at 4 or something, so it wasn't as bad. And then I think was this on Friday or Saturday? I think Friday. I don't know. I'm getting my days all mixed up. But I'll just assume it was Friday or Saturday. But anyway, I was hosting and the other girl who hosts sometimes, there are a couple other girls that host, but the one who doesn't really work here as much anymore, although I do feel like I'm seeing her more where her not working here as much, but I'm glad because she's very nice. And she was doing the takeout and I was doing the hosting, you know, and there are a lot of people at the door, and sometimes when I'm alone, if there's a lot of people, to make it easier I just like take them to the table in the section, because I know the sections. I take them there and then I'll mark on the iPad where I sat them, because sometimes like the table I put isn't quite right because it's not completely clean, or I just don't like, I feel it's faster to do it this way. But really I shouldn't be doing that, because sometimes this happens where someone will see that I'm really like slammed at the door and they come to help me, and if I don't mark it on the iPad then we double seat a server, and then that's what happens. So she came to help me and I didn't mark it on the iPad, so she sat someone in the same section, and yeah, and then one of the servers got mad at me. And so, but this girl was so nice. She's like, no, it's my fault. I was like, no, it's not her fault. It's not her fault at all. But we ended up switching because she said that the other girl would be better at it. So I just did takeout. I was really bummed because there was just one mistake. It was like one very, very small mistake, which is just not marking it on the iPad before I left because I didn't know someone else was coming to help me. That's really how I should do anyway. Yeah, I mentioned before I forget to do that. But I was so bummed I had to switch after one mistake, but I didn't have to. She was just trying to help me out because we were really busy at the front. That's probably the busiest I've been too, and I was by myself. And it was a Friday night, and then usually the hosts are not by themselves on Friday or Saturday nights, but I was for some reason. And yeah, we had that issue, and so I felt like I was not doing as good of a job, I think. I don't know, just energy drain, as you know. But I kind of just kept to my my takeout corner for a bit, and we switched for like 2 hours, or no, like an hour and a half maybe, and then I went back and we switched back. But she did like she handled, I guess, the slightly more busy time. But there was also something else I did. I think it was Saturday. I think it was the next day. I've done this a few times, but sometimes I will seat a table. Usually servers have sections inside, and then sometimes they have sections outside, but not always. But sometimes I'll either set people inside and they ask to switch seats and into a section that's not in the one that I just assigned. So then when they ask to switch, I have to tell the server whose section it is, and I have to tell the server whose table it is, because I have to like tell them either, it depends on how busy we are, but either I have to give it to the server who they switch to, their section, no matter what order that we're in, or I have to ask if they'll give up one of their tables to the other server because they switched, and usually they will if we don't have many tables. But if we're busy like this, usually we can just keep in that section, but then it will look like you're seating somebody too often. But anyway, it's either that or people outside. If we seat people outside, we don't have sections when it's really busy a lot of the time because there are too many servers and people wanting to change, and it makes things confusing. So if you see somebody outside, you have to default tell the server where they're seated. But sometimes what happens, oh, and also sometimes you seat somebody, this is getting convoluted, but sometimes you seat somebody, you want to seat them in a section whose server's turn it is, right? But then the ask to set somewhere else, and it's not even a server section, so it doesn't go to them automatically. It's in like an unmarked zone, because sometimes we have pickup tables, so then it will go to this unmarked zone, and it's nobody's. Nobody knows whose table that is, right? So that's what happened. On Saturday, I went to seat them, and I didn't see the server whose turn it was, who I was gonna assign it to, so I couldn't tell them. And then more people came at the front, and I was getting sent for a few minutes, so I forgot about the table. And then they went like 8 minutes or something without being served. Something like that. It's not too bad in the scheme of things, but usually we have a server there in like 3 minutes. Just about. Sometimes sooner if we're not busy. So it was still a pretty long time, and it only like I didn't even remember them. The only reason that got solved is because one of the bartenders was like, whose table is this? And I just asked if he could take it. He said yes, which is nice, but really I was trying to give it to a different server. I was hoping it would be a little bit less obvious that I made this error if you just took it, but I think all the servers knew because the other ones mentioned this mistake, so I think they knew anyway, but whatever. It was a lot of people, so but I've done that a couple times at least. It's pretty easy to forget to tell. We have like 7 servers and a bunch of people at the door and a bunch of different tables. It's pretty easy to forget to tell them. But I think when it happens, I'll just like jot it down really quick because it like flees my mind. It completely runs away, and even when I have downtime, like 5 minutes later after the little rush is over, it's not there anymore. So I have to write it down. And then sometimes also what I'll do is somebody will order takeout, and then they'll say, and can we get some like waters to go? I'll say, yeah, of course, but I don't put it in the system because it's free, you know? And then there'll be more people at the door and like more takeout orders and things like that, and then I forget the water. So that's really a small mistake though, because I only have to wait like another minute for me to go get it. But ideally I will have it ready with their order, but sometimes I forget. So I And just there's been small mistakes like that. But the fact that I got like 3 hours of sleep every night was probably not helping. And I had an energy drink and I had Diet Coke and that has caffeine in it, but it's not enough to make it so like I'm fully alert. You know what I mean? I was so sleep deprived, even taking sleeping medicine. I was really sleep deprived for my Friday shift, Saturday and Sunday, and I had a double shift on Saturday. So I think that's why I made more mistakes this weekend. But also I've always done that thing where if I'm alone I usually like I forget to, or I just don't mark it because I find it more convenient, but I have to mark it. I have to always mark it before I leave. Even though I'm alone, I have to do it. So yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just hard to be on your A game when you're like super sleep deprived. That was like 9 hours of sleep for 3 working days. That's too little. Actually, more than that because I was up for a while Friday too before that. So if you put all that time together, less than 9 hours of sleep over 3 days is really not enough. I was really miserable, but I don't know. I finally slept yesterday though because I had on Sunday I only had the morning shift, so I got home. I didn't even get home early, but I got home early enough that I could fall asleep after. Cause I can't go to bed right after getting home. I need at least a couple hours to, shower, wash my face, clean up a little. If I didn't eat, to eat a little bit. Get ready for the next day, wind down and that kind of stuff. I don't even watch stuff, but it's not even a boost. Sometimes it's just that like I can't go right to bed, because I'm still in like outside mode. I guess sometimes when I'm so tired though I just pass out on the couch, but that's a different thing. Although I do know what you mean actually a little bit, because like sometimes you can like go from working and walking home to right to doing chores, and it's like how can I do this? I just got off work. Why am I more productive now than when I have a whole day off? So I get what you mean actually. But although you're very productive with the whole day off. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I took out the recycling and trash when I got home. I think was it yesterday, 2 days ago? I don't know. Yeah, I did that too. yeah, I did get it. But that was and then I got I was a bit bummed though because I wanna be helpful and I don't wanna cause any issues, and the servers are busy enough, so I don't want to make it hard for them to deal with this kind of stuff. And one of the servers said that we got a review, I don't know when it was, maybe a couple days ago, that these guys sat at a table without being served for like 15 minutes, and they said it was a host error, but I don't remember sitting any guys and not telling them about it, because the mistake that I made for the 8 minutes was 2 girls, but this was a guy. And I don't remember this being my error, but it could have been. It's possible, it's not impossible. But there are 2 other hosts, so it could be any one of us really. But they said the food was good, but they waited 15 minutes, so 3 stars. Boss and the main cook, they take these reviews so seriously, so it's like just even this one, people talk about it and they get angry about it, but I hope it wasn't me. Whatever. Even if it was, it's not like I can only get better. And I'll make little notes in the future until at least I got it down fully to remind people, but sometimes the server's just not there, or they're at a table and then that's when I forget. Because I have other things to do. But yeah, I don't think they were a fan of those 3-star reviews. Oh, the thing is you have to ask for reviews if you're a server, which kinda sucks. I don't wanna be reviewed. But you have to. Cause they want you to get like 5 reviews a shift. That's what they said. Sometimes you don't even get 5 tables a shift. I don't understand what this goal is. This unrealistic goal, but that's what they said, so I guess I'll be begging for views. Realistically, I can't make myself beg, but I could just say like, hey, if you like the food and blah 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 blah, I had a good time, blah, blah, consider rating your experience here on, and then you want to say the specific place to rate it, so Google or Yahoo. Oh, you worked at Taco Bell? Well, that's why you know the Taco Bell core order. I was wondering, I thought you were maybe just a Taco Bell super fan like my brother used to be. I think my brother might have worked there too, as one of his first jobs, if I'm remembering right. I can't remember. Maybe he didn't. He's just there so often, it seemed like it. Yeah, but you also have to say, you have to ask them to use your name, because if you don't use your name, they won't know that it's your review from your table, which is kind of scary to like see you as a server being reviewed. But one of our servers is just so chill. He's just like the chillest, most laid back, doesn't care dude ever. And sometimes when I hear him talking complete monotone to the customers, it puts me at ease. So it's it's this guy does not care. Will not use a suck up voice. He's always I'm trying to do an impression of him, but it's hard because I can hear his voice in my head. So do it. Okay, come on. I have to make a visual, you know. So if you like the food, you can. Okay. Okay. It's so hard to copy. If you like the food, you can rate us. Forget it, but you have no idea. It cracks me up so much. If I just use a tiny bit of his laid backness, if I could just absorb a little bit of it, I would be better. I would feel better. And be less scared about asking for reviews, but this guy is just so low energy, and I really respect it. He's the one who had that the shirt with the I keep forgetting his name, the Hawaii ID, the I don't know why jump and jump rope came to mind, but yes. And honestly, this guy, when I first saw him, I was thinking, I thought he was like a standard nerdy kid, you know, no bad connotation with that, but just objective in an objective sense. But I think he's kind of like one of those like chill, cool kids that just happen to be born with nerdy interests, you know what I mean? But not like a nerd. Like they just happen to be into MOBAs and League, I don't know, MOBAs and anime, and I don't know, very niche sports. But it's not like they're a nerd. Their personality isn't a nerd. Like they were born to be maybe a jock, but they were just cursed with these these interests that they can't help. Cause he's really chill. He's just a cool guy. It just seems like he'd be at the cool guy's table, but he's held back by liking One Punch. You know what I mean? Or One Piece actually. He has a One Piece shirt. I'm sure he likes One Punch Man too. But yeah, he has a One Piece shirt. He wears sometimes. Yeah. Well, not that nerds are. It's just that there's a connotation with it. With like being truly nerdy, that you're like home monitory and you're really uptight about certain things and you have some kind of ego, like to compensate and stuff like that. But not that that's true. Just he's not that stereotype. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, I guess that's true. Just like anyone who's an otaku in Japan, it doesn't have to be anime. Like if you're really into trains, you're an otaku in Japan. It's just anyone with a super deep interest. That's true. A lot of people are very happily nerds, but the stereotypical nerd is what I'm talking about. Like the geeky. I just snort. It worked. Why was I surprised that I could do it? I don't know. There it is. Oh, okay, that's good. I think a lot of people on Twitch are, so... I don't know why that comes to mind with nerd stereotypes, but it's like more of the nasally voice, like... Oh, I forget his name. This guy. This one. Wait, I didn't plug my nose. Genji. Thank you. I'm gonna plug my nose at blocks are tracking. But anyway. Yeah, so I was kind of bummed about that day, but I figure we make mistakes and all that, and it's fine. It's not that big of a mistake in this game of things, so... Yeah, but I was asking later, like... Do you think that server is still mad at me? I was asking to, the girl took my spot and tried to take the blame for it, even though I told her not to. And said it was not her fault, but she took it anyway. And she... So you just let it go. I think, okay. And then later, like a minute later, she dragged me out. She dragged me by the arm for like a solid minute across the restaurant, out into the parking lot, to the server's car, where she was smoking a blunt. Are you still mad at me? Tell me you're not mad at her. She's like, no, I was just being, I don't want to say, but no, don't just ignore me when I get like that. I'm not mad at you. It's fine. Okay, thank you. Thank you for dragging me out here for this. So now I know that she's just like one of those she's of the moment people, because that's how my mom used to be. You just have to ignore them when they get really mad like that, because they don't mean it. They just take their anger out and they'll be fine afterwards. So I'll just remember she's one of those people that doesn't mean it. But some people, when they're angry, they really mean it and they hold on to it. But I guess she doesn't, so... yeah. Anyway, she didn't say stuff to me directly, I just heard it. I heard through the grapevine. So, yeah, but... it's nice to go in the parking lot during my shift though. Nice break. Doesn't mean we're this busy. But yeah, so I felt better about that, and I went home. I went on home, and there was what was I gonna say? I got rice and vegetables, well, fried rice and vegetables, and there was a guy who was asking for people if they had food, and I hadn't eaten any yet, so I offered him mine, and he said he didn't want it. He said he wanted a sandwich, but I didn't have a sandwich, so I think maybe it was just another way to ask for money, but I figured if they were really hungry, they probably would eat the rice, so maybe I'm just funding a bad habit, so I'm not gonna do it. I wish I had those McDonald's gift cards, so I really need to buy them. I would have bought them on my walk home, but I haven't been walking home because of my leg, so I need to buy them soon. There's a McDonald's on the long walk home that I do on the weekends, but I can't walk the 40 minutes right now, so when I can again, I will buy them, and then I could have given him a gift card. At least. But yeah. And then what? was Friday, and then I tried to sleep, and I just lied awake for many hours. I only slept for 3 hours, about might have been a little bit less this day, and on Saturday I had a double shift. So, wow. Yes, I had a double shift on Saturday. Oh, Friday. Also on Friday, before work I went to the post office and I had like an extra 10 minutes because I got there a bit early, but there were like I'd say like 8 people in front of me at least in line, and there was only one lady, and the guy who was at the very front took about 2 minutes to be done. So I figured the math is not gonna work out here. I'm not gonna make it in time. So I just asked her over the railing if I could just use the machine to send this instead, and she asked me to show her the envelope, and it was one of those reused ones that has like the plastic parts where you can see it, but I just like wrote to the side of it because I didn't want to buy an envelope, and she said they wouldn't accept it, so I just got out of line and left. I think they would accept it, but I didn't want to deal with it, and I was gonna be late anyway. But there's a machine at the front, and you can order postage there. So I bought stamps because that's all I needed. I just needed to stamp it and send it out. You don't have to wait in line to get stamps. You can just buy them there. I didn't know that because I never send mail. I only ever do like. Before I used to send eBay stuff when I sold stuff from my mom on eBay, but you just print the thing out through the app or through the website. You don't need to buy postage separately. And then I've also like done Amazon returns, but again you don't need to buy postage. You just bring it and then you show them the QR code and that's it. So I didn't know how it worked, but I bought 4 forever stamps, so in case I can have to send a few more things, I will have stamps. So that's good. And I reused a different envelope. I got sent something from a previous resident. I now have, I think, a total of 7 previous residents that still send mail here. You know, it's nice to pretend that I have mail though. I like going to the post the mailbox and having stuff even though it's not mine. I can pretend like I have pen pals. No, it is 7 different people. I got the 7th in the previous batch. But it's not like a huge stack of mail. I'm assuming the one who was here right before me gets the most because I get a lot of them from one person, well, the majority, and then there'll be a few others sprinkled in, which I think it has reached about 7 now. But it's nice to pretend that I have people who send me things, or that I collect. I have a reason to go to the mailbox even though I don't. But so I don't really mind. I just recycle it anyway. But I went there. I got some stamps and then yes. And then I went to work, and that was Friday. So it wasn't very successful doing that, but yay! Finally. Oh, I celebrated too soon. Well, you can ask them to reactivate it. You still work there, right? They have to reactivate it. They can't just say sorry, pal, no discount, right? Pippi, hello. So yeah, Friday. That was Friday. Saturday, and the reason for the stream title. Hello, God's Pearl. I guess you should be following, huh? It's like a debit card. They send you one for free, and then if you don't activate it in time, then you lose it. I didn't want it anyway, but what's the point of sending it? Saturday. Okay, Saturday I had a double shift, and I did a bunch of my tasks on Saturday. It was really productive. So let's see where to start. Oh yeah, I dropped off. I took an Uber this morning because on Saturday and Sunday no convenient buses. I think this was last weekend. I don't think I mentioned it, but in Google Maps they have this route where that's decently convenient. Like you have to leave an hour before work starts, actually, a little bit more than an hour, and it's only like not even 15 minutes away by car, but whatever, it's okay. Usually it takes like 45-ish, with wait times and walking and everything. But I forgot I'm gonna avoid, but I kind of like it, so I'm gonna keep it like this. But on the weekends it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. You have to get up really early. But there's this one that looked like it would just be a bit over an hour, and it was through Google Maps though, so I took it last weekend, and the bus, they only have a 1 minute wait, right? So if the bus is even a little bit late, the one I'm on, or the other one is a little bit early, then I'll miss it. And that's what happened. So I missed it by 1 minute, and I had to wait an extra 35 minutes in really, really hot weather. And I was a bit late for work too. And I had to run a little bit on my bad leg to not be as late for work. But I was, I think, a bit over 5 minutes late. It's sucky because I leave my house on time, but then sometimes this happens and I get to work late, and it really bothers me because I want to be reliable. Oh yeah, with, you know, getting there on time, but these things just happen and I can't. The only way to like avoid is to leave my house an hour and a half before work or something, and that's sucky. I don't want to. On the weekends, if I take the bus, I have to do that regardless. But I mean weekdays, which I'll get into. And anyway, this was Saturday, so yeah. It'll be a little hard to fall asleep, just a little, in the 90-something degree weather, but it's a good idea. So on Saturday, that day I took an Uber, and there's a drop-off location for postage right at the front of my apartment complex, so I just got out right there, like 2 seconds after I stopped driving, and my mailing is complete. Although they haven't gotten it yet, so I'm getting a little bit worried that they don't pick it up there, or they threw out my package, or it's missing, or I didn't put it in right. But I hope none of that is true. Anyway, and then I scheduled a stop at the library, and they have this hold section by your last name, and I was getting a little bit concerned because I didn't want to hold out for more than like 2 or 3 minutes. But I found it after like a minute of panicky quick searching, and it checked out really fast. They have these automated checkout things, and then boom, library run complete, and I auto-renewed my other book auto-renews, so that wasn't bad. And other chore done. And then I went to hello, games. I went to work and I was there early, which is good because my boss was back she went to a different branch location because they were short on people, and I heard that half the kitchen quit, but half the kitchen did not quit. It's just things going through the grapevine that aren't true. It was just the leadership, so she went there to help them, and she was there that morning, and I was early, so that was good. And I began a very, very, very slow shift, painfully slow. And I say about it, like, they've been like making me take a 2-hour break in between, but this time I was ready for it and I wanted it because I had an errand to run. And so I asked that, like, we had no customers, so I asked at 2-ish. It was a little bit before 2, if they wanted me to get, to clock out now, and they said sure. And so I clocked out and I took a bus. Oh, as what I was gonna do is go to an iPod threading place, because they got a little bit out of control again. So I went to one, and I actually was really good. She's really good, and she was really sweet. And I cried. I cried, not out of pain, just out of reaction, you know, to the threading. It was like having it for me and laughing a little. I guess I cried a lot, and I don't know, maybe more than average. I don't know, but I went to this place, and it was kind of hard to find at first. But it was in this huge, there's this big beauty center, and the outside doesn't have the name of each individual place. But when you go inside, it's like a bunch of businesses, each with one tiny room. Mm. And they're labeled above the door. You can't see. Why am I showing you with my hands? Forget it. I'm practicing for this video. So they're labeled above the door, and so you can so you can find them, and it's very convenient for the businesses and very cost effective. My guess would be that it costs less than 1,000 to rent one tiny room in this big place. So I'm sure that she makes a decent bit. But I went there and it's just walk-ins. I called, I think, a few days before and asked if they made appointments, but the website is just a single page with their hours and a stock photo and like a general description. And that's it. And location, that's it. No tabs, no nothing, no example photos. I like the simplicity. But they also made it like very... I don't know how this is gonna go, but I like it. I think she did a much better job than the other one I went to. So if I ever have to do that again, I will go back to that one. But I don't want to go back again because it's not convenient to go there. The bus ride was like 15 minutes from my work, I think. But I had to wait for it too, and then I had to wait for it away, and I had to walk a little bit. So it's not super convenient, but but I think I can manage it myself now that now that it's cleaned up. I have to just like, my hair goes quickly, so I have to keep an eye on it. But I can manage it myself now. And I tipped her a bit higher because she was so sweet. So it's a little bit expensive, but well, more expensive than the other one. But still not super expensive. But I did it. I finally did that. I've been meaning to do that for a week or two. And it looks nice. I don't know if I don't know if you can tell, but well, hers I really do understand why. Cause, well, I guess the service is what you're paying for, so I guess you're kind of like... I mean, sure, like when you go to a restaurant, you're paying for the food and you're tipping for the service, but here you're paying for the service and tipping for the service. Now that I think about it, but it does make sense because it's very involved, you know? But I would understand if it was like self-serve frozen yogurt taking tips. I would get that, but yeah. And anyway, so that took a little bit, and oh, what was the other thing? Well, she is the employer. She's the employer and the employee. There's only one lady in there. One lady only. I think it's only run by like 2 or 3 ladies. Oh, and you know what's kind of interesting? This lady, she... in an objective sense, she did not like take care of her own eyebrows. Like, they were really wild. And usually that's kind of a bad sign. Like, if you see a chef who's anorexic or something, it's usually not a very good sign about the quality of his cooking. But she's good. She's good. I don't know why she let hers go, but maybe because it's hard to self-thread your eyebrows. But I just was thinking about that like usually when you go to a nail place, the girls' nails are super extravagant and long and pretty, or if you go to a hair place, their hair is really taken care of, etc, but not for her. But it didn't actually mean anything bad. It's just she doesn't care, I guess, to do it herself, which is fair. That's very fair. I just didn't expect it. Oh yeah, while I was waiting, I read a bit of. Somebody had a subscription to a magazine under the previous residents, so they shipped. One of the articles looked interesting, so I finally read it when I was waiting to do this, and then a granola bar, I put on sunscreen, and I walked to the next bus, and I got there like an hour and 45 minutes after I left, thinking that I would have to, clock in after 2 hours, but they still didn't need me, so I got to eat lunch at my work, and then I waited, and it was like another hour until I clocked in, so it was almost a 3-hour break, which if I did not have this errand to run would be miserable, but I got to read at work too. It was good. But it was a very, very long break. So my shift was supposed to be, let me think, like 11-ish hours, I think. And ended up being, well, I think over 11. Ended up being less than 9. So, yeah. It was kind of short. Well, actually, is that right? No, because I was scheduled to clock out a bit early, but, there was the other girl there who said she had a double shift on Sunday and she didn't really want to stay the whole night, so I got to stay, which was good because then I made some of the hours back and that was nice. So I stayed pretty late that day. I think I stayed till like 10:30 maybe. 10, 11, maybe 11, I don't know. Oh yeah, I had to be at least 11 actually, because we closed at 10. I was there for a while. But anyway, yeah. It's good. I made some of the money back, so that's all that really mattered. And then, yeah, did I do any other tours? I feel like I did other stuff during that time. This is a double shift day. Was there a different return or something I'm not thinking of? I don't know. I feel like there's something else I did, but I can't think of it. Whatever. And then I got home and it took a while for me to fall asleep, of course. And so I can't remember things. I wrote stuff down. Oh, the girl when I was there, she she showed me this video of a huge roach. But you couldn't see the roach's face or anything. It was just its legs. It was just its legs and antennas around the door, and the caption was something like, "My first time staying at my friend's house, and this is what I see." And it was nightmare fuel. It was so scary. so I saw that, and she also was just talking about the story where she got slapped, and I was like, why did someone slap you? And she I don't know how I said it, but she said the way that I asked was funny. Said it sounded like kiddish, but anyway, I guess like I couldn't fathom why someone would slap another person, but the story was kind of wild. She beat her up though. She won, so she's probably scared of her now. Note to me to not get in a fist fight with her. Too bad too, cause I was planning on it. I was gonna do a big a big lap and show everyone who's boss, but I guess I'll put off my restaurant tour of slapping. I have. I have seen it. I don't like it because I get scared for them. The same reason I don't like UFC and that kind of stuff. If it's fighters in the game, it's good because, not real, but I get really worried about traumatic brain injury and I don't want to see them get hurt, So I don't like any contact sports like that. We said the same thing. Oh no, are we fusing? Oh, okay. Oh, so weird. This word for word. Well, yeah. Well, at least they have helmets. They don't even have helmets in the UFC. Or I do have them in football, but sometimes they'll get knocked off too. And of course, they don't have them in slapping, so. Oh, lordy. Yeah. Have a checking account? You're too young to have a checking account. What does that mean? I've only listened to one hockey podcast, okay? Don't know the lingo. Tackling. They tackle. I just thought that doing backstage type is fighting for fun. I didn't know they tackled each other. Oh, I see. Okay. Because I always think hockey is like hockey with a side of fisticuffs, you know? It's a 2-in-1 sport. It's a jelly and peanut butter and jelly sport. The bread are the two goalies. So, also on Saturday, there was a lady who, well, she bathed in the bathroom. I don't know why everyone was finding it so funny, but the fact that they were finding it really funny was making it funny to me. But like she was, I guess, taking a bath using the sinks, and what the? And I don't know, they were very mad about it, and I don't know why, because she didn't even leave a mess. There's just a little bit of water on the floor, but I guess they didn't want customers to see it. Like, she sort of needed it, I suppose, though. But they told me, well, one of the guys told me, like, if I see her, not to let her come in somehow. But how am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to, like, guard the door? Am I supposed to be calling at the door? No, you bathed here once a month ago. Get away. Get out. What am I supposed to do? And I'm not gonna recognize her anyway. The most recognizable thing about her was that she was wearing, like, a one piece that was very close to showing everything. So yeah, that's the most recognizable thing. And when people wear stuff like that, I can only applaud them, because they have some guts. Because one huge gust of wind and it is gone. But yeah, I guess that's why it was easy to bathe using the sink. I guess you didn't even need to, you know, remove it. But that's what the customer said. And then the service found it really funny, and her laughing was making me laugh more about it. and then it got like more and more detailed and like worse as people kept like telling each other what happened. And this is how rumors go, I guess. I mean, yeah, it is a little gross, but I don't know. There's much worse things she could have done. And she cleaned up after herself at least, so that's good. Although, maybe it's better to do that in the gym, but you probably do need a membership for that, huh? And there's also one guy, I mentioned him here before. The one who, like, you probably don't remember, but he like complained about the portion size, and he had this guy pay for him, I assumed was his friend, and I let him go, you know, even though he still owed the 30 cents, that one. Well, apparently this guy stands outside of the store and he like begs people to pay for him, to buy his meals for him. And so there was a different lady with him this time who was paying for his meal, and then she just left. So like the paying seemed like weird at first, and then I recognized him, and others told me he did this with other people. So yeah, I guess that's what he does. And he was being rude to one of the staff members too, actually. And then there's a lady at the store next to us at the restaurant, like right across from us, who I guess she was on meds for hallucinations or delusions or something, and she stopped taking them, and so she like keeps showing up at that restaurant and just like staring at nothing and standing in the middle of it. And so they told us about it to be on watch if she comes to us. And then we warned him about the guy who makes people pay for his food or begs him to outside. So we're warning each other about these individuals, I guess. But that's the restaurant industry for ya, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen this, but that was their restaurant. The psychedelics lady was their restaurant. Well, I don't know if they were psychedelics. I just know some kind of delusion, hallucination thing, seeing things out there kind of thing. But I don't know the detail of it. But I think their bartender came to tell us. And this is Saturday, right? Yeah, this is Saturday. So I worked late and I made up for the time that I missed in the middle. And go home, slept quite late. I don't even think I played League. I was so tired all of these days. I think I just went to bed and then laid awake in bed. And yeah, and then Sunday, the bus routes are very inconvenient, but I didn't want to pay for Uber, so I decided I would try a different route where you have to go kind of early. Again, I think I had to leave the house at like 9 o'clock, and my work is at 10:45, so that's how inconvenient it is. But whatever, I managed to do it. I managed to make it. I had to run a little bit, which hurt my leg, but whatever. I made it. Oh, actually, I barely made it. This was a day where there was this big highway in front of where the bus picks you up. I thought it was on the side that I was coming from, so I thought I didn't have to cross this road, but I did, and the bus pulled up when I was still on the other side of the road, and there were a bunch of cars going by, but I ran to the street. I nearly got hit. Yeah, but the bus saw me and they waited. So, and today when my coworkers said they saw me nearly get hit by a car, so yeah, I didn't look both ways that time, but well, it wasn't even that. It was just that it kind of gained on me faster than I expected. But the point is, I didn't get hit, so that's what counts. And the bus waited for me, and there was no one on it, so it was like my personal huge Uber. I wonder why. But next time I'll be earlier so I don't have to run into traffic like that. The thing is, if I missed it, there's nothing close. There's no other way I could get to work, because even if I waited 45 minutes, also it was almost 100 degrees. It was so hot. It was like 95 actually. So really hot. I couldn't just wait there anyway, even if it would come in 30 minutes, but it wouldn't because they're an hour apart. So I had to make it. So yeah, I got kind of close there, but yep. And I made it, and then I was gonna wait at the bus stop for like 35 minutes for the next bus to come. And I was debating like going to the next station because there was one that would come sooner, and then I could get to work sooner. And you know, maybe I'll just wait there, but I thought it'd be kind of awkward to I'll keep that in mind when I run across the street next time or think about it. I thought it might be kind of awkward if I'm at work like 40 minutes early, just sitting in the corner. So I thought I'd just wait there, but then it was like 10 minutes past, and it was like I could feel the sweat running down. And it was very uncomfortable, so I thought, I don't care if it's awkward, I just want to be in the AC. So I decided a little bit late though, so I had to run again to catch the next connection bus in a different location. I had to run to a different station, and again I hurt my leg and I was limping. So it was kind of bad. I re-aggravated it by being indecisive, but it's okay. It's doing better now. Yes, it's doing better. Yeah, I barely made it to station 2. I had to like keep looking behind me as I was running, and it pulled up right as I got there. So, some very lucky timing. Or unlucky if you consider that I had to mess up my leg for it. But if I didn't have a leg problem, these would be great bus catches. These would be really good. I would have been so happy with how convenient it was. But because before I could have factored my running speed into my time to get to the bus, but I can't do that nowadays. So sometimes I don't plan it right. But this was not a matter of that. This was just I couldn't decide. But no, I was reading a bit at the station too, which made time go a little faster, but it was just so hot and so sunny. I couldn't do it anymore. So I got on the bus and I was checking it, and there's, if you get off this bus a bit later, you can wait a few minutes, like 10 minutes for connection, and that bus could take me to, I still had to return something from Amazon. I was just doing a drop-off thingy. I didn't say what it was. It was like that old sunscreen I used to use. That's hybrid. I stopped using it because it has, I think it's called oxybenzenate or something, and it makes my eyes burn, so I have to use like a full mineral one. So I think my plan of using, what was I saying? I think my plan of using hybrid sunscreen is just not gonna work because my eyes are too sensitive, so I wanted to. Well, I found a replacement. The only thing I don't really like having a dedicated sunscreen just to put under your eyes, or like dedicated skincare just for under your eyes. If it's like you have to do that for every product, it gets to be too much stuff. And I already have like enough products to cycle between, so I'd rather just have one consistent one, you know? So yeah. Also, if it kind of burned my skin in general anyway. But I thought it would go away, and it did lessen over time, but it always was there, like a slight sting. And my current one doesn't sting, but my eyes still water so much, and I think it's allergies, because you don't water at home. I think it's allergies or my moisturizer, because that's the only consistent thing I can think of. Because they're always, my eyes are always watering recently when I go outside. I'm gonna figure out what it is. I have to take different allergy medicine, or because I stopped taking it because it didn't work anyway. But maybe I'll try a stronger one, or I'll switch to a different moisturizer. I have a different one that I think kind of worked, and it was cheaper, so I might try that one. But we'll see. Anyway, back to this morning. So I barely caught it, and I realized I could just wait a little bit and then take a connection bus. I only rode it 2 stops, and it was the one that cost a little fee, so they probably thought like, why just go riding just 2 stops? And the reason is it is over 95 degrees out, and it's really sunny, and it's like still half a mile at least walk. I'd rather just ride there. Maybe a bit more actually, maybe like 3/4 of a mile. It's not too bad. I think normally if it were not as hot, I would walk it. But also I think maybe I would be too slow. I wouldn't get there on time. Because I only had like 10 minutes once I got dropped off, or 15, to return it. And then we'll walk there, return it, and walk back. And originally I was going to do it at Staples, but Staples isn't open on Saturdays or Sundays this early. I think until 11 maybe, or until 10. I'm not sure. Whichever one. I don't remember what time it was, but they weren't open. But you can switch it like immediately in the app, so I found a different place you can return it with no box and no postage. Very convenient. And I did, and it was super easy. and I walked back and I didn't have to run, and I made the bus in time, and it was nice. And then I got to work, even though it was a long walk, I got to work early, so planned out very well. Only had to leave my house an hour and 45 minutes beforehand, but you know, yes. yes. And that day on Sunday, I only had the morning shift, and I didn't have to take any time off because I didn't have a double shift, and even stayed on a little bit longer, and so it was good. It was really good. Things were, yes, things were going okay, and oh yeah, but then things were not going so okay. So there's this bus that I now know is super inconsistent. But it said, oh yeah, I ate a little bit before I left because I hadn't eaten all day. And I got off a little bit after 4, and the bus said 4:25, so I ate with enough time. I walked to the bus station, slightly fast walked, but did not run. And I was waiting, and then like 10 minutes pass, and then 20, and it's almost 100 degrees out, so it's like, I think it was like 97 at this time. It was bad. Was that high? Mid-90s at least. Yeah, it was really, I was melting, and the bus never showed up on the map, and it never came. So this is a time when the thingy was all the way wrong. So I had to walk the 12 minutes in the sun to the other bus stop that I usually take, and I had to wait out there for like 30 minutes in this heat. It was rough, but I would like to thank, I believe, Tony Kushner for your amazing writing, because I kind of got lost in that book while I was waiting the 30 minutes. So thank you for being a great writer. You transported me away from outside sauna, from involuntary sauna. Thank you. So it came a little bit faster than it would have without that. But yeah, I waited out there a while. That was a rough day for the bus not to come, I have to say, but I made it. And then I got a different one, and that's fine. And then, oh yeah, I never mentioned this, but there was this, I don't know if I mentioned it actually, but there was a tea place, a bubble tea place I wanted to go to, not the one with the rice balls, a different one. And I tried to go, I think it was like a month and a half ago, or something, or maybe 2 months ago, and I got off of work a little bit early because we weren't busy, and so I thought I'll make it just in time. And so I got there like 20 minutes before closing, and their kitchen was closed, so I didn't even order anything. They're the ones who sell the green onion pancakes too. Did I mention that? I mentioned wanting to get it, right? But I didn't mention that I got it. Right? Well, did I mention that I got it? Because I got it like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I think I didn't mention that. But yeah, I did. Oh, I did? Oh, well, then I didn't mention the... Oh, wait, maybe I did. Okay. Well, anyway, I did. It was. The drink was really yummy. The tofu and vegetables were not really yummy. And it had like a spicy sauce, and I did not like it. I had to force myself to eat it, and I will never get it again. But yeah, the pancake was yummy. But I still don't think I would buy it again, because it's not really worth the... I think it was like $8 or $9. The ones I get frozen are pretty similar, so I'd rather just do that and make egg and cheese myself and put it together. I don't want to buy it there, but it was good though. I think the fact that I really didn't like the tofu and rice made the pancake much worse. But the drink was really, really good. It was caramel and it was like caramel slushy with boba and chocolate pudding inside. It was so good. I love it. It's such a good drink. And there was something on the top that was kind of like a fluffy ice white thing, like kind of like almost whipped creamy, but I don't remember. It was really good. Really, really good. And they said not to adjust the sugar level, which was smart because the sugar level was perfect. Usually I lower sugar levels when I get boba because it's just so sweet every time. But this one was really good, and it was very sweet, but it suited it because it was a very desserty drink. I guess all boba is kind of desserty, but anyway, the point is I went to this place again because I wanted to try. I also got, when I went there the first time, I also got white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, and it made me a cheesecake enjoyer. I never liked cheesecake before, but now I do, and the texture is great. I think I just never liked it as a kid because it was so plain to me. I think because we only had the regular cheesecake, I never had like fruit cheesecake or anything else. The only thing I had that was, well, it's key lime pie, and I really liked it. But I think key lime pie is not even really pie, it's more cheesecake, isn't it? So I guess I've always liked more flavorful cheesecake. How many times can I say cheesecake? Many times. It was so good, and it had brownie on the bottom, like a brownie crust base. Not brownie, Oreo crust base. Really good with white chocolate. I don't even like white chocolate, and I love this cheesecake. So, fan. So anyway, it's really good. I found a really good dessert spot. I will always go there for desserts if I go out to eat for dessert status. I don't go out to eat that often, but when I do, I will go there. It's reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. Although I tip, which makes it less reasonable, but it's not too bad. And let's see. Oh yeah, and so I wanted to go there after my very productive day, and I want to try different stuff. So I got what did I get? Oh yeah, a slushie that was mango strawberry pineapple, and it had like pineapple jelly and had boba, and it was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as the caramel one. I think I like it, but I probably wouldn't get it again. I got it with reduced sugar, which was a good call. I got it 50% sugar. I think with 100% it would have been super over sweet. It was, even with that, it was really sweet, and it was a slushie. And so I they do have 75% sugar. They have all sugar options. It's, well, they don't call this one 75%. They just have like full sugar, less sugar, 50% sugar, no sugar, 50% sugar, some other things that's even less than that, and no sugar. But then the other one I go to does have percentages: 100%, 75, 50, and 0. Actually, it doesn't have 0, just 50 to 50. Yeah, and you have to have sugar. You're mandated. If you want to drink, you must drink sugar there. But that place is even more cost effective. Yeah, but anyway, I went here on Saturday or Sunday, and I went out to wait for the bus, and it was only like, I think 5 to 10 minutes, but the bus was very late. Again, I don't know what was wrong with the bus system on Sunday, but it was really late. It was so late. So I was waiting there for 20 minutes, I think, and it was so hot still. But I had a slushie, so it was the greatest environment to have it in. I finished the whole thing, and it made me much less hot, and it was just the perfect time to enjoy it. So do not regret this purchase at all. Perfect hot day purchase. Better than a parasol, 10 out of 10 for ice, for ice drink. And what else? Oh, and I got a different cheesecake. I got a strawberry red velvet, but I haven't eaten it yet, so it's just been living in my fridge. I'll eat it tomorrow. I'm saving it. Yeah, I'm saving it. gonna do with all that extra cheesecake? Oh, I mean, I guess I could make a new warrior below. I could make a new knight, a new cockroach knight below me. The people just came in. I still haven't introduced myself as the princess who must be protected from roaches at all costs, and will give you bread and water and sweets, but sweets aren't really for you. You know, I still haven't done it. It'd be the perfect opportunity to feed the nest. I'll think about it. But anyway, yeah, I don't think we're gonna do sweets tier lists for a very long time if we do them again, because they make me blah. Yeah, and that was Sunday. Yeah, a Sunday, and I showered, and I passed out for 17 hours. And I didn't do my clothes because I just thought, worst case scenario, if I do sleep this full 17 hours, or was it a bit less, then I will just... Oh no, was it? Yeah. I will just do it when I wake up. And so I set an alarm a little bit earlier, like 2:30 something. I figured that would be enough time. Enough time to... you know, do my laundry. But I checked my work app, and my work started at 5 and at 4 and not 5 like I thought. So I did not have time. I did not have time to do my laundry, and I could not wear my dirty clothes because it's so hot outside. I can't rewear that, that's gross. So I just did a quick wash and quick dry with very few clothes. And I couldn't take the bus anymore because it wouldn't have time to dry. It would barely have time to wash. So I had to take an Uber, and this morning was a disaster, bro. It was so... I have to reach out to the customer service, I think. But anyway, I planned it. Point is, I figured out the right schedule just in time, so it was okay, I was gonna make it. And I put in the location as normal, and I went back to the bathroom to, you know, keep doing my sunscreen and routine and stuff while I wait. And then I walked back to the room after 5 minutes had passed, and the thing didn't go through, the order didn't go through for some reason, as it usually does, so I had to redo it. I was getting kind of nervous, like, oh, I just lost 5 minutes, I need to leave really soon. But I put it back in, and luckily, they were only like 3 or 4 minutes away, so I thought, perfect, okay, it's like I didn't lose time at all. This is good. The order never went through. The first one. And then, so I go outside. I'm getting ready to go outside. They're just gonna be here. And then I get, like, that message that, you know, well, when you look on the interface, it shows a different thing when you're in the ride versus when you're about to take it. Like, you'll arrive in this amount of time or whatever. And it was showing that, like, I was already in the car and they were driving away. And so I messaged them, like, did you pick someone else up? And that's not me. and they responded with that automated, okay, got it, exclamation mark. And nothing else. And I'm kind of panicking now because, like, it's just gonna be enough time if they get here. You know, I was only gonna get there a few minutes early. And then they didn't say anything else, and so I, like, responded back. I wrote, am I supposed to cancel it? Could you come back? And they said, no, Uber gave me the wrong direction, so you just cancel. And I think he wanted me to cancel so I would have to pay the fee, which is kind of scummy, I have to say, because I didn't do anything wrong. But I couldn't even find the button, so he canceled himself. It only took like 15 seconds to wait for me to do it myself, but I couldn't find it. I didn't rate him. Also, I don't think Uber gave him the wrong directions because I could see the directions that they gave him on the app, and it was not wrong. But anyway, I was really panicky, and I scheduled for Lyft. I scheduled one for Lyft, and they didn't have priority for some reason, and I scheduled priority through Uber because I thought, okay, maybe this will be even sooner, and then maybe I can also get compensation if I do it through Uber, so 'cause I can explain what happened. And Uber actually was sooner, so I canceled the Lyft ride, and then I got a charge for canceling it, so that's cool. And then the Uber ride was 10 minutes away, so I ended up being almost 15 minutes late for work. And I I was so upset. I genuinely, I was on the verge of tears. I was really upset about it. I didn't lose. I don't care about losing the work hours, and I don't care about like waiting. That's fine. But what bothers me is like, I don't want to be an unreliable, person. Like, it ruins my reputation as an employee and a coworker if I'm late. It bothers me. I want to be there on time. So I was so upset. I called like customer service during this, and I couldn't find the number anywhere. I kept going to pages and it kept showing up as not available, like this page doesn't exist, which was just a great cherry on top of this morning. So I couldn't find the number. And I called and I got the number for riders only, and I tried to explain it, but I was kind of panicky, and they said they would transfer me, but then they hung up, and I figured let's just leave it because I'm not in my right mind right now, and I'm just gonna like make someone unnecessarily stressed out maybe, or just I'm not totally there, so let me just calm down instead of panicking on the phone. So yeah, I didn't get a refund or anything yet. I haven't reached out to them. But yeah, I wasn't raging at them or like angry at them. They didn't do anything, but I was like very clearly panicky and like almost crying. So I figured let me not subject this poor employee to me crying about it. So yeah, I just didn't call back, and I'll reach out to them later. But that was really rough. If they could just compensate this ride, the priority ride that I made, then that would be enough. Because I would cover the cancel charge from Lyft, and then of course the rest of the ride. So that would be enough if they would just do that. I don't need any more than that. Just if they would just pay for the ride, that would be nice. Because it's not my fault, and I didn't need priority, and it cost extra because of that. And I still got there late. And I was like kind of I was in a very bad mood. But I tried not to show it, but it took a while for me to like feel more sociable, which is lucky because it's lucky we don't have people early on. Like during from 4 o'clock-ish, we usually don't have people around that time. Our dead hours are like 3 to 5, I would say, somewhere there. But yeah, yeah, it only took me like an hour and 20 minutes or something. No, maybe an hour and a half, and then I was feeling a bit better. But I really was not. It's like the closest I've been to being angry in a very long time, to actually being angry. Yeah. So it's nice though. I can feel something close to that emotion. That's good. But I didn't want to take it out on anybody, but I just had I think this aura of around me. Oh yeah, good thing I was at work and not at home, because I would have run it down. I was gonna go down mid. I'm so lucky. Those poor bronze players. But yeah, I felt better eventually, and that was good. And it's good I did, because well, in the beginning I was there was nobody there, so I was like looking at my phone every once in a while. But every time I did, my boss like materialized in front of me. Somehow she just was always there when I just glanced at my phone for a bit. I was just, the only thing I was doing was like checking the work schedule, and filling out my app thing. But eventually it got better, and but yeah, I was a bit frustrated. I told her it was just transportation problems, and she knows I take the bus and stuff, so she wasn't upset at me, and they didn't need me, and my phone died. My phone's about to die. I forgot about that. I forgot. the way that I get with like the batteries on 10% messages is the same way I get when people ask me to get them water. I just completely I say okay and then I completely forget. It goes wherever those thoughts go. Unless we're not busy and I can keep it in my immediate memory. That's different. What's the UPS? What is this called? USB? The USB cord. Where's the... Oh. I can't find it. There's one here. Okay. But yeah, I was quite... This is as close as I've gotten to mad in a very long time. But me, like, being panicky and calling them is not gonna do anything, you know? But I wasn't, like, in my right mind, so I'm very glad the call disconnected. So, yeah. They can't make them come sooner. They can't, like, order somebody come there any sooner than I've scheduled it. You know? It's gonna take 10 minutes alone just to explain it and get things started, so... Yeah. It's just good that I left it there, that... Oh my gosh. Wait, how did you know? I was gonna say, like, I reminded myself of my mother in that moment, but... How did you know that? What have I said? Wait, how did you know? Wait, is it because I said that she has... Oh, it's because I talked about... Okay. Yeah, because she used to do that sometimes. Like, she would call places when they could not help, but she was just angry. And I reminded myself of her then, and I was kind of, like, angry at myself. Like, why... I don't want to be this. I don't want to do this. But I didn't take out on him in any way. I was not angry at him. I was just very sad and very stressed. But yeah, still, I don't want to give somebody an uncomfortable phone call, because that's hard. Even if they're not mad at you, it's a little bit hard to deal with someone who's like upset over the phone, you know? Even if it's not directed at you, if you're empathetic, like, it rubs off on you and makes you feel worse. So yeah, did not want to continue that. So yeah. I'm glad the call got disconnected. So anyway, more so just asking for help, but still doesn't matter. I won't do that if they can't help me immediately in the moment. I'll remember that, cause yeah, I don't wanna do stuff like that. I'm making it sound worse than I actually was, but the point is, it's bad to me. Anyway, so that was it. That was that in the morning, and what else? I talked a little bit more to my boss today about that. And just when I would drive in, I said I was kind of scared of it. Which it is sort of true. Like, I am scared I will crash, but the main reason is just I don't like it. I just like public transportation, and I like walking if the cycle isn't messed up, and I like the convenience of it. Well, actually, it's the opposite of convenient. No, that's not the right word for it, but I just like the ease of just sitting in the backseat, you know what I mean? It's not convenient as a whole experience, but the driving part, at least. Because you just have to sit there. And I like looking out the window and listening to my music on the bus. I like it as a whole. It's just that it sometimes isn't accurate. And sometimes you have to walk a very, very long way, and then sometimes I'm late to work because of it too. Something kind of good about the buses though that go to my work is there are like three different routes I can take. Actually 4, but one of them runs pretty rarely. So if I miss one, I can still get there pretty close to the starting time. Like within the time to not be late, like 1 or 2 minutes after. Lateness is considered 5 or so minutes, 5 or more minutes over past your clock-in time. But anyway, I'm not late like that though. Usually, I'm usually early. But yeah, it was just. It's good that there are multiple routes though, just in case. But I'm gonna try to be early. I'm off Tuesday finally, after working Friday through Monday. Um, but on Wednesday I'll try to get there early. And I was also thinking maybe I could. Thank you for following your assessment, Joy. Thank you. I thought maybe I could go to that boba place on Wednesday, and cause the bartender that really wanted the rice balls working there, and I thought maybe I'd buy one for him because they're not very expensive, and I thought it would make him happy. But I don't know. It's not like I have a ton of money to spend, but I was thinking about going there anyway because we're not busy on Wednesday. So what I like to do, at least in the beginning of the shift, is like I get the drink without any ice, so you get the whole thing, and it's a lot. It's a lot too, and you can get like a sweetness that's a little bit higher, and then you can like get another cup of ice from my work, and then and then I can put in water too if it's too sweet, and then I can have like a bunch. I can have like 3 cups out of 1 cup of this, especially if it's too sweet. So yeah. And I can have like a perfect ice level once it gets low enough. It's really good. So the drink will last me a super long time when we're not busy. And when drinking is a sort of way to keep myself busy, then it's nice. And I'll get there early so I can eat a rice ball. The last one I ate was fake chicken, basil chicken with like a teriyaki. I think it was made with like tofu maybe, or soy something, I don't know. It definitely did not feel like chicken, but it was good. And they have one that's like a spring roll inside of it with mayo. I really want to try that. And oh, I don't know what food this guy likes, because how would I know? I don't know if he likes seafood, but the most common fillings are shrimp, tuna, I think salmon, crab, imitation crab, and then chicken. So I think I'm gonna get him the chicken one because I don't know if he likes seafood, but everybody likes chicken, right? That eats chicken likes chicken. I haven't heard someone say no, chicken's just not for me. That's not vegetarian, right? So surely he'll like it. So I think that's a safe play because there are a lot of people who don't like seafood. Okay. So. Let me see. Oh yeah, I wrote some reminders down here. Like, how do I do the exclamation mark Discord thing? Is there a way to do that through Stream Elements, or do you have to do it through Twitch? Because we're supposed to do that at the beginning of the productivity stream. Okay. Let me go to Stream Elements then. Oh, I don't know if there's some. Oh wait, I don't think I have it on here actually. Let me do it through on my laptop. If there's audio on their website, then you probably heard it just then. But let me do it through my laptop because I don't think new window. I don't think I set it up on here yet, which is why we don't have alerts. But I will do that. Oh wait, where's my? Here we go. Log in to Twitch. Log in. Oh, okay. Two-factor authentication. Thank you. Gmail. Oh wait, it says in June 6th Dispatch was on sale. I wanted to play that. It was only 20% though. Too much though. I'll wait 5 years. I'll wait 5 years to get it. What about Katamari? 11 days ago? 75%? Ends the 18th. I really love the music from Katamari, but we don't even play a bunch of games. We don't play that many games. I don't know if it's worth outside. Where's it? I said outside because look outside, that's also on sale. And the Escapist. I've saved a lot of ones that people recommended. Light-hearted insight into everyday person life. Yeah. Okay, sorry. The vacation code, yes. Wait. 9. Okay. Oh. Okay. There you go. Let's see. So, sure. How about these permissions? Take my identity. Yes. Of course. Do you have okay. I don't know exactly how to do it though. Ink Steam. I think I have actually. They need my time zone. I guess I don't need it. I can just shut it off actually. Let me. I wonder how. Oh, I can just look it up. Right, we have Google. We have this tech. New window. How you Discord command tab and stream and let's say menu bot and click chat commands. Chat commands. Yeah. I went through a bunch of these. I have that one on though. I do. Don't I? What's that one? Watch time. Yeah, I have watch time on. I don't know why. Let me see. Wait, do I? I did when I started at least. I do. Why? Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know why that's happening then. I went through a bunch of them. I think I got rid of Vanish too because... yeah, it gets rid of all your chats. That would have gotten rid of all your chats, by the way, if I had that setting on. It's a good thing I did not have that setting on. It would have gotten rid of everything you chatted this whole stream, I think. Maybe even in the history of the channel. If I'm remembering right. Let me see. Let me search. Can I search? There's the... wait, what is the thing? No, there's no Discord. So, custom comments. Add new comment. Is this what this has to do? Add new comment. Discord. Do not include the exclamation mark. Type the message. I'll just put the invite link. Okay. Discord. Response type. See. Should it be to everybody or just? It's okay. Yeah, good thing I went through that beforehand and thought, probably shouldn't have this setting. I could just delete it myself if I need to. Response type C. Say reply whisper. Should it whisper? Well, if it ever ends up being more people, maybe it would be kind of crowded. I guess we don't have to worry about that for a long time, though. Is whisper in the like a hidden message in the chat, or is reply the hidden message, or is whisper in like a separate place? Oh, okay. So could you just reply to that one person? Okay, I won't. I didn't know what those were. Does response then just reply to the one person, like in case you don't want everybody to see, or? Right, but does everybody see the reply though? I guess it doesn't really matter though, you know, if they do. But okay, I'll just put say then. Say is fine, it's default, it's fine. I'll just put the link. Where's the link? Let me find it. Here, server. Settings. Yeah, settings. There's invites maybe. Is it invite code? For user. I won't bother with that until there's a need. Besides, if someone's spamming, that will just be under spam, right? It doesn't matter what they're spamming. And I could just ban, I guess. Let me see. Let me go to. I think I have it in my Twitch homepage anyway. It's my channel somewhere. I don't want to see the stream. You can hear the double, but where do I find this without going onto Twitch? Oh, why would I have my thing? It's Discord, it's not Twitch. It's in my YouTube too. I'll just go here and go to yeah, here. Copy. This should do it, I hope. Oh, no, it links to YouTube. How do I find this? Where find this word? Yeah. Discord invite link. Top of the site will select and copy the link provided. Oh. Okay, I found it. I don't know if this is a friend invite. I can't see it. I can't see what you sent. There's no point in sending me the link. I can't see them. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? I thought I messed with your account somehow. What did I do? I should not click this. I hope I didn't press anything. Did I? I think it's okay. Okay. I think it's fine. I can just go through Discord anyway. I just don't know if there's a different notification for followers versus... I mean, for friends versus like a global invite. Let me ask Google. Global invite. Need to generate an instant invite in server settings. This is more. Yeah. Okay, I think I found it before actually. Under invites, but I just don't know what this is. Oh yeah. But this is just the code, so how do I get a link out of this? I don't know. I have an invite code but not an invite link listed here. I don't understand how that works. In stream? I don't have one linked in stream. You mean in Twitch? I know, I just can't find where that invite is because when I try to copy from the menu, it gives me like a link with Twitch in it or with YouTube in it. So I don't understand how to copy this. Because it only gives me a code. How do I make a link out of a code? What do I do? I don't know. I guess this is what's at the end of the link actually. But yeah. Okay. I just go back to stream chat. I don't understand how I couldn't find that. But yeah. I guess the code is what you just put at the end of the Discord URL, but I don't see why you can't just copy a link. Anyway, yeah, copy. Okay, let's try. Okay, yeah. There you go. That should work. I'll do one for YouTube. Wow. Copy. I didn't do socials, I just did Discord. I'm doing them separately. Do you think socials is better? Or I thought it would be good. I mean, I guess socials might be better. Maybe that's more convenient, but I don't know. I could do all of them too. Okay. I guess that makes it easier to add them anyway. This one, and then copy. And then copy. Okay. There. I have one now. I have to type. Yeah. Should I still keep Discord in case they're used to that command maybe? Because I think maybe that's what they would care about more. Or I can just have socials as one so it's more organized, but I don't know. I don't know which one is better. I could let me try it. Exclamation mark socials. Oh. Right, Stream Elements can't show links either. Well, how do I give you permission, Stream Elements, to do this? I have to do it through Twitch, I think. Twitch. Settings. Where am I settings? Settings. Okay. Steam. I think it's under moderation actually. Okay. don't see it. It might be through Steam Elements actually. How do I get these special permissions? Maybe I could mod it or something? Okay, let me try that. Okay, I'll try. I'll try now. Nice, okay. It's kinda messy. I told you I'm not good with... It's also one link, so it doesn't really look good. Let me try with spaces in between them. Let me start instead. It looks good in here, but in here it does not look good. Try again. No, I didn't. I did it. I copied the links individually. Oh, so shush. Why does it still look like this? I will try a message. I put spaces there, but it doesn't listen. Okay, let me copy this one here in case I change my mind. I check pilot. There we go. Stream elements, where is it? There you go. Yeah. We'll try again. Tambo. I mean, it's better. It just overflows into the next one. I don't know how to fix that. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely easier. It's good. Good enough. Let me see if maybe does this change anything? Oh wait, let me try this as well. Because it's always gonna... Yeah, nice, that looks nicer. It's fine. I guess a little bit. Maybe it's better just to have no social at the beginning. There we go. I'm not gonna miss it anymore. I'm gonna get myself timed out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. It depends on how you're looking at it anyway, but as long as the links are separated, that's good. Okay. Oh, I copied your message with the... Did it not have a moon? Yeah, I copied the whole thing and there was no moon. So I guess you can't paste the moon in there. So, that's okay. Yeah. Maybe if I copy individually, it will copy... It will work, but I think it just doesn't work in Stream Elements. Wait, it showed up this time. Maybe it will work. Hold on. This is so pointless. It's for pen consistency. It's very important, you don't understand. Okay, let's see. I did copy the whole message that time, but let's just see if this works first, because it does show up this time. Okay, very messy, but yeah. Let me get rid of the one this time. Uh, yeah, let me just do it at the beginning, return. Okay. It's better, I guess. It just looks kind of messy. Maybe because my chat is small. Yeah. Okay, let it go. I think that's better. Opinions. Opinions on this. Oh, my phone is at a whopping 1%. I had to unlock it to charge for some reason past the point of 1%. Yeah. Wait. Maybe. Just use your original. I think that's better. Okay. We're done. I'm done with this. Yeah. No, come on, that wasn't that long. You say JK, but I can feel it. I can feel the frustration. Okay. Anyway, that was one thing I wanted to do, so see, very productive. Oh yeah, when I went to the the place where I wanted to try the boba, you know, where they have the cheesecake and all that. The other time, when it was too late to order there, I went to McDonald's and said instead it was the saddest McDonald's ever. But yeah, that was a very rough day. I never talked about that because I just haven't been streaming as much and I forgot. But yeah. Oh, and an awesome thing that happened. No, don't. I'll discourage you like you discouraged me from getting pizza. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth $30. Also, I didn't DoorDash it. I walked there. I walked to McDonald's. But anyway. Look, that's not the point. The point is... yeah. Don't do it. I'll be the angel on your shoulder. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, something kind of sucky that happened. I think on Friday. I I also I also lost my um my like I bought my pill case that has like medicine and vitamins and stuff I take, and I just filled it up, and it's the one that like span a whole week, and somehow I lost it, and I don't know how, and I don't know where, but I lost it somewhere, and yeah, I couldn't. I looked everywhere. I put a bunch of stuff in my room, so maybe it's in a pile somewhere. But I really did look through it. I put stuff in my room because an exterminator was coming. I guess they heard about my nights being gone, but they were coming to spray the kitchen, so I just moved everything out of the living room and kitchen so it looked neater. Luckily, you did not have to spray your room because I don't think it would be walkable. But the point is, they sprayed it very quickly, and it was right before he thought he woke me up from sleep, but it was actually right before I was going to bed at like 11 a.m. The perks of an absolute switch schedule is kind of nice in that sense, because you didn't know. But yeah, it kind of seems like I was addicted to losing money that one day, because I lost the pills. I lost the pills, which was like $15 or so, I would say, plus the case. And also the convenience of it. I'm probably not gonna buy a new one for a while. And then I lost money some other way. I'm trying to remember how I did. Oh, the Uber thing. The Uber thing, I think, is what I was thinking of. So just I think during that time I was very very addicted to losing money for some reason. Yeah, that was a rough one. And let's see. Oh, I have this thing here about the advice you gave a while ago about asking clear questions to a professional, but I never did. I'm just going in blind. I'm set in my ways already. I'm gonna figure out if it doesn't work out. So, oh, I saved Cook's bird name here because I thought I'd forget. It's Nova. That was a long time ago. Oh, and I watched Hello Ministry, I think it was called, when all the members were still there and they put on guy voices. You know, it's quite a funny bit that they did, the host club one. Have you seen that? Where they had voice changes? And I was with the Syscon. Have you seen it? I really like those clips. They're pretty silly, but I think Ame was the bouncer. But yeah, the man names I have are Manly, Mayman, Mater, spelled M-A-Y-T-R, and Man Minley. Those ones were given by the community at some point, I think. And oh, the trailer. Yeah, it's the really, really old one. Yeah, before they were all gone. I think those with the full member lineup too. Maybe one without, actually, I don't know. Wasn't the member? I think Sana was there. Was she? Well, maybe in one of the versions she was. She was definitely there for the first ministry thing, but maybe not the host club one. I don't even know if May was there. I think she wasn't either. She was still in, but I don't think she was in that stream. Okay, anyway. Oh, alright. Let's watch the Among Us. Let's watch the Among Us trailer, shall we? Have 4%, so that means it's safe. It's definitely safe to start using it again, I believe. When I fold... Yeah, I wanna see what kind of... Oh, when I fold, the cord into the cup, I kind of ruin it, but... It's for the sake of... Oh, I forgot that's there. I should... Let me see if I can... Filters, properties... Cup. So I can get rid of this in the future. Left 400. There we go. Okay. Let us watch. I don't have earbuds. I can just mute myself while we watch it. Sure. Astro trailer. Okay, I'm ready. I just want to know if it's gonna be like a really kiddie thing, or if it's gonna be cool and we should actually try to watch it. Okay. Window. Okay. Yeah, I'll just mute myself. Oh wait, the speakers. I won't be able to hear unless I change the speakers. You won't be able to hear me anyway. Because it changes the audio input. Okay, goodbye.
Emergency meeting.
Crewmates, our fellow mates of crew, have perished. They would have preferred to be alive.
Why are you talking so weird?
Can you let me
Yeah, but
just
I just don't understand why you're
speak
saying
the
that.
correct
We're
way?
trying-
The official cause of death, acute ripping off of the face.
One dead crewmate, that's an oopsie. But two makes me look like a bad leader.
Now 3 makes it a murder mystery.
Any one of us could be the killer.
It's no biggie.
Was it you?
Whoever smelt it dealt it rules. Interesting.
If only there was someone smart and capable who could take charge. Wow, that was a lot of screaming.
Green, blue, orange, purple, white, brown, yellow, lime, cyan, black, and I'm red, the hot one. What's back there?
Oh, really? We have to kill the imposter!
We're so happy to have you among us. Or is it amongst us? I always forget.
You keep an eye out for the killer, unless it's you. But it could be purple. Jeez, we've really got to narrow this down.
I think we can safely skip that show. Okay. On the plus side, I found one show I don't have to add to my watch list, so that's good. Okay. Oh, there was. Let me see. I have a bunch of. Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe we should have a different stream for this, like a music listening stream. Because I have a bunch of bands. It's gonna be like a mega copyright stream. I wanna go through like, a bunch of different bands and songs and like see if we can find new cool music. So, maybe we should do that another time because I have so many, and you can bring your own emissions too. I like your taste in music from what you sent as well. I've saved some of them. I don't know how many I've gone through in that playlist though. I think I've only gone through 10 of them. But yeah, we should do that. And any other reminders here. Immediate reminders that I can get rid of now. Yeah, I heard some guy at work saying they like country. So I wrote down the name of the country artist. He said we could look at them too. Anyway, oh wait, I can see what they charged me as well. So for that one that got cancelled, they charged me $12. And then for the one I paid for, it was $17 plus I tipped them $2. That's awesome. I'm gonna reach out to them. Oh wait, they did refund the one at least for this. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. I was gonna say, they really charged me for that. Kind of unbelievable. But, we'll ask them. Oh, I have a thing that says to use shield mode. I can put that, it's for like a read, but I don't have to worry about that right now. But just in the future, I guess I'll keep it with stream notes that I have. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else in here. Oh yeah, I learned how to use the makeup sponge this week. I just have to learn how to wash it. It's pretty fun and it's easier to apply and it's faster and it feels lighter on your face. And it looks nicer. I learned how to do it. Oh yeah. One of the times I got Uber, it was an Iranian guy who drove me home, and he he was talking about you know, time passing faster when you're older, and he said it was sort of like I don't know, an equation where if you're 3 times older, time passes 3 times faster for you, you know. But he said it much more convoluted way. And so I think that's not exactly. I don't think there's an exact measure like that. I think it will be different, you know, even if you are that much far away. Like maybe there's some kids where time passes quite fast for them for some reason. We don't have a way to like compare our subjective understanding of how time passes, you know, or how we view it. So I don't know how you would calculate. It's just sort of like this idea that everyone has, this collective idea that it was faster, you know, it gets faster as you get older. Isn't that what we're basing it on? There's no way to see it otherwise, right? Yeah. I mean, there have been studies, like, or explanations, I guess the more theories that it's because they've been exposed to less stuff, and so time just goes faster, but I don't think it is an exact equation that can explain it. Also, he was like asking about my future, like what job I wanted to do and stuff, and I told him, and he brought up some well, I don't know, shows, but also like some pop culture stuff related to it, and I said I didn't like know it, or watch it, and he. It's like, oh, you don't waste your time. That's very good. And I was thinking, oh, he doesn't know. I binge Asian dramas and play League. He doesn't know. I didn't say anything, but just because I didn't know these like references, he thought that I use my time wisely. It's like that in the corner of the party meme, but he doesn't know I'm a degenerate. But I'll let him believe that. Eventually that will be true because I will have no choice, but I know there's gonna be a time where I'm so busy, like I'm studying so much that even going to the bathroom is a break. I studied really hard, like when I used to like cram study for like 12 to 14 hours, that would be true. Have you ever studied that hard, like going to the bathroom is a break? But I used to do that, and I have a feeling it's gonna start again very soon, and I'm a little scared, but also you do feel accomplished, so I'm a little scared, but I'm kind of excited. And I have to make art study. Sure, art study can count, but it has to be like studying has to be kind of miserable, so going to the bathroom really feels like a break. Otherwise, it doesn't feel like enough of a break. The studying is a break then if you like it a lot. But I have to reach out to my advisor. I still haven't scheduled an appointment, so I'm not gonna be able to get the classes I want. The registration started like 2 months ago, so I think I'm gonna have very few options, which is a little bit scary, so I should talk to her soon. But, wait, so any break you take from it then, just think of it like that. Any break. Oh, about this guy. Yeah, I know, I have to. I was going to, but then that thing had to be resolved with my school code, and then, okay. One of the bartender guys at my work, okay, I don't know what I should talk about this. Let me put this here. Well, there are two things. One thing is, a lady tomorrow. Yeah, okay, yeah, tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I can email her. It's only gonna take like 5 minutes. It would be cool if we could meet in person, actually. Usually I would have hated that, but I'm so close to the school, so it would be kind of nice to meet with someone from the school in person. It would feel official. And I feel like sometimes I'm better at explaining things in person, sort of, or they're better at giving advice in person. I think it would be kind of nice, but the bartender guy, I remember when I did my first advisor meeting that I was required to do for, well, I went back to the subject this one. Hold on. For my old college, I couldn't even be on Zoom. I did it through Zoom chat, and they let me. They never saw me. They're very accommodating in that way, but I'm grateful. It's just I was so bad. I was so bad at the time. I could not be on Zoom or anything, or FaceTime or anything like that. So he come a long way. Bartender. There was a lady who started choking on her food, and she just got up like very calmly and went over to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend like did the Heimlich on her very calmly, and then she walked away and sat back down. There's no noise and no pleading and no nothing. It was so casual, and the bartender found it so funny that I started finding it funny. I can't help it. It is quite funny when I think about it. So I think maybe it's a common thing that happens. Like how I said I used to choke on food a lot, but I used to choke on water. I don't choke on food, but like I used to inhale while drinking water and then cough a lot. So yeah, it seems like it. But then there was a different thing where let me explain. So there were explain this properly. But there were a couple of people that came into the restaurant, right? And I didn't think anything of it. And the bartender didn't think anything of it. But when he was serving them, he saw their flip-flops and they were small, and he found it very funny, and he told me about it, and he couldn't stop laughing about the tiny flip-flops. And then I couldn't stop laughing about him laughing about the tiny flip-flops. And then he told our boss about the tiny flip-flops, and our boss did not think it was funny. And he said but me laughed at it. But he didn't. It didn't laugh at it. I laughed at how hard he was laughing at it. And his face all crumpled up the cups. And him explaining to me why it was so funny. That's what I was laughing at, him trying to explain it. And finding it funny and the laughter there. But he made it seem like I'm the one who found it funny. I'm not. I never even saw their flip-flops. I never saw them. Why is he throwing me under the bus like that? No. Sometimes when I think about I just think about his face laughing about it, and it makes me laugh again because he's laughing so much over it, and he said he's going to hell. He was laughing about it so much. At one point that I had to bring their food because he couldn't like calm down about the flip-flops. So funny to me. But now our boss thinks that I have like a demented sense of humor, which is a little bit. It is sometimes a little bit, but not like that. Not like that. It's because of him. It's his fault. But the past couple of days I've been thinking about it, laughing about it. I've just been laughing a bunch about it, laughing about it. So I can't help it. Laughter is contagious to begin with, but when it's like this, especially when you're not supposed to, it's even funnier. So, I already have a thing where I laugh at inappropriate times, but it was so funny. And I would not have thought a thing about the shoes if he did not find it so funny. I know for a fact, but I'm kind of glad he did, because sometimes I'll just be like walking home in the dark and then I think about it, laughing about it, and then I start laughing again. I don't know why you had to see his face, you had to see it, but I'm sorry, I can't even convey what it looked like. I can't. And like this cheeky expression, like you shouldn't be laughing at it, but you can't help it. It kind of reminded me of my brother, because my brother and I, when we were younger, like there's something. Oh hi, I didn't say hello. There's something that we weren't supposed to laugh at, and so if there was something we weren't supposed to laugh at, we couldn't look at each other, because we looked at each other and then we all start laughing a ton, and so like looking at him kind of reminded me of that, since it was bananas. So, but now our boss thinks less of me, I'm sure, and I was late, so it's looking to be a great future at this job. That one is not my fault though. That is not my fault. Oh yeah, the reason I thought it was late as like 5 or later today is because they're changing the schedule so that hosts come in at like 5 p.m. ish in the future, because I guess we're not busy enough around 4, so my hours are gonna be less, but the long bus ride is gonna be the same, which is not great. But I ended up staying a bit later than I planned today though, and I think I just got over the 30-hour mark, and so I hope so. I hope it's not like 29.889 or something. I hope I got over it. I don't know why, but it just bothers me a little bit. It would bother me a little to be right below it, you know what I mean? It'd just be more satisfying if it were 30. But I was a bit late today, so it's possible it's right below it. 29.99. And next week, even though the hours are less with that, I am working on I hear birds chirping outside. Have we been streaming a while? It's only 5:35. Only. Well, I'm not gonna fix my schedule all the week. I don't feel like sleeping right now, so I'm not going to. No. And my mom can't make me because I live alone. Yeah. I love that she's tried to make me since I was like 14 maybe, but maybe 13. I can't remember. Hold on, give me 1 second. My brain will come back. What are they talking? Oh, hours. Right. So, next week I'm working. Oh, you know another reason I thought it was at 5? Because our work weeks don't start on Monday or Sunday even. They start on Wednesday. So that's when the new schedule comes out, and I forgot that too. So that's why I also thought it was at 5. But I checked before at least. I wasn't an hour late. I was 12 because of the Uber thing, or 15, whatever it was. 12 to 15. And hopefully we reach 30 then. But next week I'm also working, I think it's Thursday or Tuesday, to do server training, which is good. I'm excited about that. Not excited to ask for reviews, but excited to maybe make a little bit better money and maybe get better at talking to people a little even more. Because there's only so many things I can say as a host. Well, I could say more, but I'm just walking to the table, you know. What kind of discussion can I have? What kind of discussion can I have about the food either? There's plenty of things I could talk about, but I'm not good at it. But that's the point. I must get better. I do. I mean, I clock out as late as they let me. And I clock in like usually a couple minutes early. I could clock in even earlier. I leave as late as possible, but I could clock in even earlier. But the thing is, I'm not there usually like way early. I'm usually getting like 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes only a few minutes too, so I don't have the full time. But you can clock in sooner. They don't stop you. At my retail job, you can't clock in more than 2 minutes before. Exactly 2. They're very strict about that. They don't want to give you extra hours. Yeah, so I was surprised. And at my restaurant job before, um, they didn't say, yeah, it's a mega corporation, so yeah. They didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, but I just wanted to be respectful about it because there wasn't really much for me to do. Because we didn't open until 5. I think it was 5 if I'm remembering right. So sometimes, well, actually, there was kind of always stuff for me to do, but at least when there weren't customers, they didn't need me early. So I didn't want to make her pay for it if I'm not doing anything, you know. But here, I feel like it's the same actually. There's not anything for me to do. Even after being clocked in, there's nothing for me to do. I was thinking about this, and I'm so much busier at my restaurant job before this, but because my hours are less, even though my hourly was a bit more, I get paid more here, you know. And for doing a lot less work. And arguably it's easier to take the buses than to bike to work. It's about mine or about your job? How would you know that about mine? Probably about yours, right? Hmm. Oh, yeah. That too. But what I meant more is just I was just always busy there. But at my current job, I have like the first hour and like the last 30 minutes sometimes. It's a lot slower. Well, not the last 30 minutes because I'm cleaning up, but like hour before closing and hour at the beginning of the shift is a lot slower versus when I was at the Greek restaurant. Always people, always stuff to do, always prep to do. It was really never any slowing down, so I kind of like it because it lets me take a break. I spilled my salsa water today when I was stretching when I was bored. I spilled it all over the floor, but it's okay because I don't think. Well, they definitely saw it, but nobody said anything. So, and my our bartender, the one that has a sense of humor, he he makes a glass every shift. Like at the end of every shift, it's like a ritual. It makes me feel a little bit better because I also dropped something. I dropped like I was carrying a stack of plates and one slipped off, but it didn't break. So I haven't broken anything in a bit. I think the only thing I broke one plate, I think, a while ago. If I'm remembering right. Maybe something else. But the point is I've broken very little, and that one didn't break. And that was good. But yeah, he bakes one every night, it seems. So it's like I just hear in the distance, I just hear glass breaking, and I just go over and get the broom and walk up to him and give him the broom. And he says thanks. Like that. You don't have to talk about it. So but yeah, I haven't broken much, so that's good. It's kind of interesting for a bartender to be so slippery-handed, but it makes you feel a bit better in some way. Mm. Mm. Okay, let me see if there's anything else today on... Mom. I think it's been working here for a long time. I think it's been working here at least half a year, if I'm right. I don't know if I'm right though, but I think so. It's been here a while. Let me see if I put anything else. Was there anything else from today too? Today is Monday. Oh yeah, they gave me the full portion of donuts again today. Oh, something I want to look up is when that bus was like one station away that time, but it wasn't coming for like what 30 minutes or more. I was thinking about that story of the guy in hell who sees people eating but can't grab the food. So I wanted to find out what that was called. It might be Greek mythology. Let me see. Is it? Mythological figure Tantalus from Greek mythology. Oh, the English word tantalize? That's cool. Placed in a pool of water directly beneath the branches of tree fruit. He reaches to grab by figs, pears, or apples and blows the branches just out of his grasp. Yes, this is what I'm thinking of. Maybe I read this in like children's Greek mythology, Greek class. I don't know. Since chin deep and crystal clear water, however, whenever he bends down to drink and quenches insatiable thirst, the water recedes into the dry earth. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of, but I don't know if the AI overview is very accurate, so I would like to read better. A better summary. It's went to GreekMythology.com. Okay, let me see. So it wasn't hell, it was Tartarus. Tartarus? Is that his name? Hold on. Yeah. Let me read this. Tantalus was the son of Zeus and the nymph Pluto in Greek mythology, who was punished after death in Tartarus, with his wife, who may have been Dione. All of these names are very long, and I don't know. This is the anglicized version, so I don't know how to say them. He fathered Pelops, Niobe, and Proteus. Thus, through Pelops, he was a predecessor of the house of blah blah blah. And this doesn't matter. According to the myth, Tantalus was welcomed into the table of the deities in Olympus. However, he stole ambrosia and nectar. What is ambrosia? Ambrosia? Ambrosia occupies a special place as the food of the Olympian gods. Believed to confer immortality and eternal youth upon those who consume it, ambrosia was a substance shrouded in divine mystery and power. I see. And nectar, thinking he could take it back to his people in order to make them immortal and reveal the divine secrets. He later decided to sacrifice his son to the gods, so he cut Pelops in pieces and served him to the gods. Oh, is this the one? It's a different story where they actually ate their children in the food. That's a different story. I don't know what it is about ancient Greek mythology and the eating of children or of humans in mythology, but the gods realized what had happened, did not eat at all. Only Demeter, who was upset by her daughter's abduction by Hades. What? Why did you eat because you were upset about the abduction? What is the connection there? Like she doesn't care about morality anymore? So she took a bite of his shoulder. It was revealed that what had happened this took Costco one of the three fates to bring the boy back to life, and the missing part of his shoulder was replaced by an ivory piece forged by Faceless? I don't know what the key letters are. Oh wait, if I could find, maybe they're listed here. Maybe the writing. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, it's probably the U might be is because is the masculine ending. So this was thrown. Also, well, the E is kind of like an N. Well, it's an N, but it's a U. Maybe it would be. It doesn't. It's not worth explaining. Forget it. Forget it. Because the E is also. I just thought because of how they look, it might be translated that way. Ventus was thrown out of Olympus, and after he died, he was punished for eternity. He was made to stand in a pool of water right under the branches of a fruit tree. But when he tried to reach for fruit, the branches would go higher and out of reach. And when he tried to drink a sip of water, the waters of the pool would recede. This is what I was thinking of. Tantalus. So, like, tantalize. Very cool. I wanted to find that mythology. Marshmallow's head. Yeah, what I wanted to know is, wait, so I don't understand why the meter ate. Maybe AI can explain this to me. Why does that have anything to do with it? It just looks like she was looking for an excuse to eat human flesh. Why the meter took a bite of his shoulder? Why? I'm upset, therefore cannibalism. It says she was entirely consumed by grief and distraction following the abduction of her daughter. I shoved it in a stew. Oh, she wasn't paying attention to what was in front of her, so she unknowingly and absently reached down and consumed a portion. I see, okay, that makes sense. I didn't understand why she would willingly do so, because her daughter is gone. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, mystery solved. I wanted to find out what that thought was in my head. In my head, I thought it was 2 bars in hell. Maybe it's a different version of the story that I heard of. Maybe in one of those, what do you call this? TED riddle videos, maybe? Maybe they had a situation like that. Maybe, just maybe. I used to watch a lot of those. Oh, I have a name of one of the guys at my work here, so I don't forget. But I will just check the schedule before I, hopefully. And then I won't forget that way, because I don't want to keep it in my notes anymore. I have a bunch of events that we can go through. This is gonna take forever. Oh my gosh, yeah, we have to do a dedicated stream for this. This is too many. Oh, this is too many. And a bunch of things to look up as well. Wow, and I have soundtracks, so you know it's gonna take forever. It'll be fun though. It will be. It'll be nice to go through music, so you don't need to seem upset about it, but I said I'm just overwhelmed by a very long list of music. Yeah. Right now we're just chatting away. That's all we're doing today. Oh, and we have this ping pong table outside of work, and somebody stole one of the paddles and somebody broke the other one. So we didn't have it for a while. I was thinking, man, this is so stupid. I never would have done this. That didn't pop into my head, but I forgot. Mm. And I think it might have even been some guys that I left it out longer because they wanted to play with it. So I wonder if it was them too. Maybe I caused it indirectly. Oh, and we have these really expensive, just random work topics. Have these really expensive thingies where you take orders and you put information. They're like they're this touch screen long tablet things oblong. And I put one down and this lady asked me to get her water. I put one down, that was 10, so I went and I came right back and it was like 10 seconds, right? And then it disappeared, it was gone. But I only noticed after she left, so I was thinking like, is this a criminal mastermind who told me to get her water so she could steal our restaurant's ordering ordering system? Why did she even want this? What is the resale value on the black market? On the secondhand market, which black market meaning eBay, Facebook Marketplace. There's no way, right? But no, I think someone just snatched it off the stand right as I left, because we have all of them now. I was so scared that I lost one of these. That was my fault. But somebody took it or they found it. I don't know, or maybe I put it down and I forgot. But yeah. Point is, we have it, and I don't have to pay for it. And I'm off tomorrow, which is nice. They told me, my boss told me if I missed the bus when I was leaving today to call her, but I said okay, but I will never call her. Never. I'll never take anyone's ride home. Then I scroll off it again too, but I like it. I like going home on my own. You know, it was kind of interesting too. I didn't wait that long for the bus, and actually I kind of like waiting for the bus at night because I like eating outside. Oh, I got lo mein today, but you made it spicy. I didn't really like that, but food is food, so I ate it. Yeah, that's gonna be the world's most awkward ride ever. No way, I have a hard enough time making small talk when we're both in the restaurant with other people around us. We're both in a quiet car and you're driving to my home. No thanks, bro. No thanks. I will walk to a store to charge my phone to get an Uber. Instead, if every bus is out of existence, I'll do anything. Yeah. But the thought is nice. We both know it's not gonna happen, but the thought is nice. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, when I was walking to the further bus stop, the bus that is really unreliable drove past me, and it was scheduled like 20 minutes before that, so it never came. I would have been waiting there if I got off work early. I could have checked if it was still there, I guess, or still gonna come, but it was too inconsistent, and I didn't mind waiting a bit longer. Because even if I took that, I think I would have to wait at the bus stop for the other one anyway, so doesn't bother me. No, I'm not bothered. Oh, and we have to our work now. We don't have a cleaning team anymore. I guess to save money. But oh, I didn't tell you about this either. A lot of things. From I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I had a longer break. But on Thursday, I don't remember how, at least 2 Thursdays ago, maybe 3 Thursdays ago, we had the owners come to a restaurant and they gave a big presentation and they bought bagels, and I had one with chive cream cheese and egg, and it was yummy. And they had coffee too, but I didn't drink any. I don't drink caffeine usually. And the thing is, it's kind of uncomfortable though, because I was sitting at such a weird place. Because I was sitting so close to the front, and I was, how do I show? I'll just try to explain it. There are seats on like the outside towards the wall, and then there are seats on the other side of it, you know, because there are table setups. So on each side, but if you're closer and you're towards the front, it's like he was right in front of me, so I couldn't like relax. I had to like sit all the way turned around in my seat, and had to be like, it was very uncomfortable in the metal chair, and mm, and I couldn't eat because like I was right next to him and everybody was watching him, so everybody would be watching me eat my bagel too. But I ate because I was on the outside seat, and the thing is, I got there early enough. I got there early enough. I got an inside seat, but one of the servers wanted to sit there, so I let him in, and it was very uncomfortable. Mm. So, I still ate some of my bagel though. I did it facing the wall. I couldn't see, but it was weird. But the whole I forgot to clock in for the meeting, but my manager did it for me, so that's good. I asked him, and it was nice though, cause he got like, what was it? 1 hour and 45 minutes of pay and free bagels, and we just had to sit there and listen to the company mottos and how they want us to do better. Essentially. And he put a big importance on the whole stand actually, and like us being very welcoming and talking to them, you know, while we take them to their seat. But the thing is, I don't think he understands like how quick it is. Because they just want to be seated, they don't want a whole conversation. But he said like to start talking to them about the food and stuff. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Hi, how are you? How many other have you tried our chicken no meat? Have any allergies? Can I recommend this? What is the point? I can't do that. It's too fast. It's way too fast. But honestly, this place tries to be very anti-corpo. But if you are a chain, there's only so much corporalness you can pull off. You know what I mean? For a retail store, I agree. Definitely for a restaurant, for a sit-down restaurant, I do see his point that they do want a little bit more personal touch, but that's what the servers are for. That's not what I'm for. I'm there to seat them. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to ask what they want, but you're supposed to, he said, to like make recommendations while you're walking them to their seat. How am I supposed to make recommendations when I don't know what they want, if they have allergies, if they're vegetarian? How am I supposed to make a recommendation to them? And also, I haven't eaten a bunch of the stuff on there because I can't. So, what is the point of that? I'm gonna end up recommending like some fish dish to somebody who hates seafood, and you know, braised meat to a vegetarian. There's no point. And also, he has this idea that, well, the company likes to encourage that people share their dishes rather than everyone eats their own thing. Like more traditional Asian dining, you know, like when you have a bunch of small dishes like dim sum or Korean side dishes, those kind of things where everybody takes from them. Essentially, yeah, but it would be so awkward trying to pull that off. It really would be. He doesn't know how quick it is. And yeah, so he wants it to be like that where you share. So he said even if somebody like orders, no, when you bring a dish, say like, hey guys, you should share this, and here are a few chopsticks. Yeah, set the chopsticks so everybody can share it. But like, all they're gonna do is take the chopsticks off and take their food. Take their food back. Because they just wanted to order for themselves. I mean, I like your chutzpah, Mr. CEO. I do. I like that you want them to share, but we are. You have to consider the fact that people like ordering their own stuff here. That's just how it is, you know? They're not gonna change their eating habits because they go to an Asian restaurant. It's just not gonna happen. People like ordering their own entree. They'll share with each other if they're close enough, but... yeah. But most people want to eat their own stuff and then like give each other a bite, you know? They don't want to like put it in the middle for everybody. That's just not how people usually eat at restaurants here. I'm not gonna really change that for this one restaurant. I like that you're trying to carve out an identity for it though, mister, I do. It's just not fully realistic, if I'm being honest. Because you said even when you go to tables, you shouldn't say who ordered the blah blah blah, who ordered the pad thai. You should just put it here and say, oh, share, share guys. I don't think she knows, like, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna be a lot of wasted effort. Well, no, but he did, to be fair to him, he did, like, they started together, you know? In one location, and he did everything, you know? He did the serving and the cooking, I'm sure he did hosting, so it's like, it's not like he's just corporal, he started from corporal or from nepotism. He actually did start from the bottom, but he doesn't, still the point is, like, it's not gonna work. Some of his ideas for how the restaurant should be experienced just aren't realistic. But I do like his enthusiasm. He seems less corporal than most corporal folks. Yeah. Like that one was it McDonald's? The one where they were like, oh, this is such a yummy burger of Burger King there. What was it? There's a loud bang outside. And they looked like they were suffering to eat it. And there was a cut after they took a bite too. So it made it seem like maybe they spit it out. That's so funny. Yeah, so I do think he could do it. It's not about that. It's more about the fact that, like, starting a whole conversation with your customers before you take them to the table and trying to force people to share, like, very heavily encourage it, is not really that helpful. And it's not gonna be comfortable for people. The only small talk I've made, yeah, it's different here. They're always talking up a storm, which is why I'm a bit nervous. The only small talk I pulled off as host is, how are you today? And pretty hot out, huh? And that's it. That's all I've gotten. Sometimes, like, maybe we laugh about the, like, some very silly thing if they're a more lighthearted person, like, the machine I use, to check people out, it has this, like, confusing thing where people think they have to put in the numbers, and sometimes I've had cases where we just find that funny for some reason, the confusion it causes, but that's really it. There's been very little... It's very little small talk besides the necessary. Like, if they have kids, ask if they need a high chair, a booster seat, or stuff like that. But everything is necessary. You know, I don't have, like, small talk. Just, hi, how are you? How many? Just the two of you. Please follow me. Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Actually, no blah, blah, blah. That's the whole point. That's the end of it. There's no blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah is not there. Nowhere to be found. Yeah. But here, especially if there aren't very many customers, the waiters and waitresses will just stay at the table for like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, no joke. Just talking. I think because they don't have anything else to do and they're just very social people, and if they're that engaged, their tip will go up, so it's like they're talking essentially for a slightly better tip, maybe. And it works for them, but for me, no. Oh, I did pull off some small talk though with, I even engaged it. It was with a dad who was visiting the area with his daughter who's going to going to school, the same school I'm going to now. And I I overheard it, and they were in the bathroom, his daughter and his wife. So I asked, a bit about that and a bit about her major and where they're from, and all that. And and I said like something, oh, Anastasia, hard, you should be proud, thing like that. And he's like, yeah, it's been a couple of rough years. Like he's been through the cheese grater, the wood chipper. He's been through it, and I feel like it wasn't in regards to the school. I feel like it was in regards to like teen trouble. So I didn't inquire further. And then it got kind of awkward, so I left and pretended I had to do something else. But I held it for like 2 minutes. So, it's pretty good for me. I say as I'm here for over 3 hours now. It's different. You're not human. It's different. It's not the same. Yeah, that's how I would like to do it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's how I want to serve too. That's kind of how that very monotone guy serves, actually. He doesn't talk as much. I did hear him using some small talk today, and I was like, wow, he knows how to do it. He knew this whole time, he just chose not to. He chose to do the bare minimum. He could do it this whole time. But, I guess he's just not in the mood, usually, so... yeah. And that was work. That was stuff about work. And I have Wednesday off, which is cool. Oh, let me see how my schedule is looking like. I think I have... Tuesday. Today. I think I have Tuesday and Thursday off. Let me see. Oh, let me see if I got the 30 hours. It might be through now. Is it through? Time punches? No, it's not through yet. Okay. Well, next week I have... Let me see. Where do I find the schedule? Restaurant schedule, my schedule. Okay. I'm off Tuesday tomorrow. I host 5:15 to 9 on Wednesday, 5 to 9 on Friday. I'll end up staying longer, probably till 10 at least. And then Saturday is the double shift, so 10:45 to 9 p.m. And then Sunday, just the morning one, so 10:45 to 4. And then I'm off Monday, and then on Tuesday, training for 4.5 hours, but I'll probably be there like 5. So some shorter shifts, and I'm off on Monday, next Monday. Tuesday counts as this week, so this week I was off Thursday and Tuesday, and then because the week starts on Wednesday for some reason, and then next week I'm off Thursday and Monday, so 2 days off a week. Well, it says here before today, I could calculate myself. I have 24.73 hours, so that's about 15 minutes. 5 hours and 15 minutes I need. If I got in at... I was a bit late, so let's say like 4:15 at the latest. That means I would have to be at like 9:30, which I think I was. I think it was close. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a nail biter. We'll see. I might have clicked out a little bit earlier, but oh, and today, I wanted to make up some more time by cleaning menus, but she told me not to do it and just to leave it for the other host. So I left a little message for the other host to leave about 1 million for me to do to make up for this. I don't want her to get mad at me. It's not good manners to leave them for the next shift if you're not on next shift, But it's not that I didn't want to do them. She told me to clock out. Did not want to pay me to clean them. But the thing is that the reason why I couldn't clean them is because I was bussing tables. It's just not even part of my job. But whatever, it's better that I helped them out, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm mostly caught up with my subjects, which is really good. And I finished a bunch of stuff on my to-do list. Let me see if there's anything else. I started using my reminders as my to-do list, and it's kind of nice. It's sort of kind of nice. Well, I have one for downloading and uploading bots, which I think I almost did. Almost did? Well, yeah, I just have to, I just have to upload on YouTube. I can do that after this. But I think I caught you up, and then, do you use a reminders app, by the way? I think it's pretty convenient, but then I just end up putting a bunch of really small tasks on here that I don't need to put on here. But it's kind of nice. It's better than using note cards and post-it notes, and using notes on a bunch of different apps. You use Discord for reminders? I know I'm breathing so hard. I'm just that shocked. I don't know if I'm gonna try to go to bed now. I sort of want to eat something, but at the same time, I should probably just sleep. And I should probably lie in bed tomorrow. It is kind of chopped. Well, if it works for you. I'm not on Discord enough for that, so better to do it through my phone. I think I'm not gonna eat anything. I think I'm just gonna go to bed. Yeah, I don't think I'll stream tomorrow because I wanna just sleep a lot and lay in bed a lot and see if it fixes my leg a bit. I've been using protein powder. It's a good way to satiate the McDonald's urges. But the protein powder, even though it says unfiltered, it kind of tastes like liquidized, like very watery milk and like liquidized tofu. It's kind of weird. It definitely doesn't taste like nothing. So I should put it in a smoothie, I think. Smoothies would be a lot easier, but I tried mixing it with Coke and to make like a dirty soda kind of thing. And no, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. I'm putting it with water. It says you can dissolve it in water because it's unflavored. My brother used to do that though. I think it's so dry you probably choked on it though. Like cinnamon. I want to try with Diet Coke because I thought maybe I could make like a root beer float kind of thing, or like dirty soda. And it's actually kind of okay, but kind of weird. It just tastes like Diet Coke with a little bit of milk in it. That's what it tastes like. If you just put an ounce of milk and 6 ounces of Coke, you probably get the same taste. Well, it's not real milk, so it doesn't have that kind of texture, but you're right that it doesn't dissolve easily. So sometimes there are like protein powder chunks in it, but I left it to sit for a very long time so that that would go away. And don't put ice in it, because if you leave it at room temperature, it will dissolve easier. Yeah. So it did melt fully by the time I ate it. Drink it. I did not eat it. I did not eat the protein powder. I did not. And that sounded a bit like that. I mean, I did not hit tap. I did not. I can't do it. Yeah, I only use one scoop. Yeah, it needs a lot of time. It's like overnight oats. I've never eaten overnight oats, but I know you have to keep them overnight. So I used it as a comparison. Yes. Anyway, I'm very sleep deprived and kind of hyper. Oh wait, good stuff. Wait, does it look like this if I do? No, I guess not. I did not try juice because I don't drink juice because I don't like drinking my calories. It's too high calorie and too many sugars. Too much sugar. It's uncomfortable now. I'm gonna put in my reminders today to Uber request, Uber refund, and schedule advising appointment. Surely I will get them done. Surely. I'm actually not very crazy about Capri Sun, to be honest with you. Even when I was a kid, I didn't really like it that much. It just always tastes kind of chemically to me. I never really liked it. Orange juice is the best juice. Yeah. Orange juice is great. I used to hate pulp as a kid though. I think now, since I'm big and mature, I can drink the pulp. But back then, no. I still prefer without, don't get me wrong. But orange juice is really, really, really sweet though. I bet it has about 5 million grams of sugar per glass. I don't know Cappy, but Black, are you familiar with this Cappy? No, I don't think we have that. Yeah. No. No, Cappy. Yeah, I can't think of a juice I really, really like. That's probably why I don't drink it. It's not one I'm crazy about. Rather just be... It probably is, yeah. I bet you they don't even use Red Type 40. They don't use that dye that comes from beetle shells, do they? Lame. Lame. But, so... Yeah. And, yeah, I think I'll... Yeah. I assume I probably like your juices more, to be honest, because I don't like how super ultra sugary they are here. I'm trying to think of any juice I really like, and I can't think of one. Apple juice is kind of nice. Apple juice is kind of nostalgic, but it's not something I would drink in my free time. Yeah. Orange juice is the only one I can think of. There's no other juice. What other good juices there? Cranberry is bleh. It's fine. Pomegranate is bleh. Apple's okay. Apple's good. There's no banana juice. Nothing. I can't think of anything. Okay. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Cranberry? Honestly, I said it's but I don't even remember what it tastes like really. I just know I don't like real cranberries. I don't like real cranberries, so I just assumed. But I'm sure I've had it before. Yeah, I just don't drink juice anymore. No. I'm a water, salsa water kind of gal these days. And now 0 water. Oh boy, so nice to not have to taste the rest that's really inside of my pipes. Anyway, I'll go now. It's quite pure? Oh no. I like every flavor, but lime is really good. Lime is my favorite. Oh, I think they have lemon lime actually. That's the best. Don't let me sway you in your quite pure tastes. Yeah, well, lime is the only one that is really, really good. I think, or better than lemon, I mean, in salsa water. Everything else, I prefer lemon, and lime is a little ugly cousin. everybody feels a little bit annoyed by, but they can't say anything because he's a kid. No, I don't drink anything really. Hi, I'm happy here. Thank you. I'm glad we caught up. This is also part of my productivity, sort of, even though this isn't really productive. But I wanted to tell you because you're... Twitch streaming is a diary, I guess, so... I'm caught up now. That would have taken forever to write down, so... I'm glad we got out of the way. Okay, bye. I might play League before I sleep, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I should probably sleep. But I don't know. We'll think about it, okay. Your filter? What filter? Wait. Oh, wait. Right. And I thought about being productive. I thought that's what you meant, but I wasn't sure. Okay, goodbye. Very productive, yes. And I returned my thing and I dropped off my envelope and I did other stuff too. Well, eyebrow stuff. Yeah. And I caught a lot of buses. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye.